All right, and hello and welcome into Game 2 here at Lowry Field at Plains Capital Park as the Matadors are set to host the Fort Worth Vaqueros in the NPSL Lone Star Conference Battle. Devin Ward here alongside the man, the myth, the legend. You already know the routine. He's him. He's Jonathan Bocanegra.
You're
I'm going to call him
overhyping
John.
me already.
I do it all the time. He is what keeps the train rolling on here. He's the good looks. He's all the things. You know it. It's John.
Hey, I'll
John,
take it. I'll take
welcome back to the show,
What's
my friend.
up?
I've missed you, dude.
I hate that this is my first home match, but I'm also glad to be here. So let's do this thing already.
And we're grateful that you were here live on YouTube. Coming up later on in the show, we're going to be live on My Lubbock TV. Thank you to KCBD News Channel 11 for allowing us on the air. Of course, tonight's game is being presented to you by Mears Mazda Volvo, Lubbock's locally owned luxury dealership. Since 1971, they've helped all of their people through the process of buying a car, and they will do the same for you. Go see our friends off of Spur 327. John, the Matadors, 4-0. 12 points in Lone Star Conference play. They've had a great start to the season.
I want to say yes, but also, I mean, if you're a Matador, longtime Matador fan, it's kind of old hat because this happened a couple of years ago.
He's going to test me.
I'm going to test him later. I got a little bit of knowledge to try to stump you, so I'm going to try to bring that to every show now this year.
Dude, yes, test me.
He does all
I
the
will
research.
fail.
Devin does all the research, so he's deep in it. But I got something that'll stump you. But no, old hat. I mean, for us, great start to the season. Of course, 4-0. Hard start with 3 road matches straight up, and then you finally have your home opener. Fantastic result there, and Lubbock's looking to continue that tonight.
Let's briefly talk about the last match that we saw here at Lowry Field at Plains Capital Park. 6,223 was the official count. There was a police officer, John, that was doing the clicker at the door. He said 7,100 fans were here.
I can believe that.
The official ticket count was 6,223, though, so we'll stay with that. But what a crowd that night, and what a start to the season here
and that's
at home.
why I hate that I missed it, because that vibe was right. We had high expectations already after the second win on the road. Okay, you did your thing, handled business there.
Yep.
You beat Brownsville. You had the win at Houston. Okay, you already built up some steam, some momentum. I know it's a short season, it's a 10-match season, but you're already you're sitting pretty much at the top of the table almost. And now you come into your first home match. The vibes are right. The crowd is excited, and then you win.
Yeah.
You seal the deal with the win. I want to see that continue tonight.
Well, and you dominated from the first kick all the way until the very end. The first shot on goal by the Matadors was within the first 30 seconds of the match, and they dominated from the beginning to end, and you want to see that as well tonight as the guys are now back home, right? They're hoping for another big crowd, and we know there's something else that we're competing against tonight. We're hoping for a big crowd again, though.
Coach did mention to us, I mean, it's different. We don't have to travel.
Yeah.
We're at home. We're in our comfortable digs here. You get a more intense practice out of that, too, just because you have more time to spend around each other. And the intensity of the team is actually ramped up, believe it or not.
Absolutely, because everybody wants to play.
Oh, absolutely. And, I mean, it's a battle before the battle, pretty much. The guys fighting for roster spots. And it's a lot of pride, really. If anything, the competition, the pride between the players is like, I want to make this squad. I'm already here. Yes, I completely understand that. You have 18 to make the roster, but who's going to make the final 11? We'll get to that later.
We will. That is a perfect teaser to what we're going to have later. Coach told us the hardest part of his job for David Ormiston, the coach, is that coming up with the 18 and then the starting 11. He says it takes 3 hours, both of these home matches, to be able to come up with that, and that's a good problem to have because that means you have a very deep squad.
It's an abundance of riches, basically. I mean, Fort Worth had kind of a little bit of a problem personnel-wise with not having enough players subbing guys in and out. You had a couple injuries in their last match at home against Arkansas, but they're fresh. They had a huge stretch of games, actually. I think it was 3 matches in 7 nights, if I'm not mistaken, but they had a tough schedule. That part of the slate is out of the way. They had more time to rest coming into Lubbock tonight.
So we're live on YouTube right now. 631 subscribers as of right now. We want to set a goal, and I failed to tell John that we were going to do this, and so we're doing it live on the air.
I already knew.
He already knew. It's routine for us.
I know this.
631 is where we're at, John.
Okay.
What do we need to tell our subscribers to get to so we can reach our goal tonight?
Let's give a soft number, 650?
Let's go 660. Let's
660?
show John.
Fine, 665.
665.
How about that?
Exceed expectations, Matador Nation, and let's make it happen.
Okay.
Let's push the needle a little bit farther
Tell
forward
your friends
tonight.
about it, even if you're not a fan of the Matadors, which I know a lot of thanks to the following teams for. I know we have Fort Worth fans watching this broadcast, but tell your friends about it too and get them in on the action.
Let's get to know our coach a little bit. I didn't have the chance to introduce our head coach, David Ormiston, the other day. He is a native of Chester, England, and he brings a wealth of knowledge and coaching experience to the South Plains, John. He's also a character, and we got to see that full hand today.
I mean, he loves the AC at a very cold temperature.
He does.
A bone-chilling 68 degrees. But I think that kind of loosening up with us pre-match, he was just talking about the flow of things and how it's not – he doesn't really come off as pressing, which I think is a good energy to feed off of, too. He's getting the most out of his guys. His intensity in the practices is there, but he's very reserved, very laid back, and it comes off his confidence in, again, selecting the squad of 18, narrowing it down to 11, and having the right mindset to pick the right guys.
Coach is a former soccer player himself, and I think that's important when you're the head coach of a club
Absolutely.
like this. He won an NJCA national championship with Genesee Community College and then earning national championship most valuable player. Coach is big time, man. That's awesome.
Oh, yeah. He knows what it takes.
He's a winner.
Also, he's been in the Lone Star Conference for a while now, too, so he completely understands what it means to take on these teams that he's taken on.
Well, and that's something we got to look forward to Saturday, and we might look forward to that over the course of the broadcast. We can't, if we're talking about Coach, he's a one-game-at-a-time kind of guy, but you already know we got a look going towards Saturday because Saturday is a big one.
West Texas FC on the road in Midland. That's going to be a fantastic match. We do have all those games lined up. We'll be following them throughout the night.
Absolutely. And, of course, right now is right now, and the Fort Worth Vaqueros are right now. They're looking like in their pregame warm-up, John, they're wearing the yellow pants. My son calls them the banana team because the last time they came to Lubbock, they wore all yellow kits. Shout out to a 5-year-old for recognizing that. But I don't believe they're going to be wearing that tonight because the home team is going to be wearing red kits tonight. They're debuting their new red jerseys.
Oh, that's a solid look, too, with the pinstripes.
It's a good look.
Everyone's always looking at the pinstripes.
I like the pinstripes. I liked Friday's teal uniforms, too. Those were beautiful.
Noche Latina?
Yes, and I told my wife she was going to get her season ticket jersey, and I said, get the teal one. Get the teal one.
She should have got that one, too.
Well, they were out.
Limited edition, yeah, limited edition.
They were out. That's how popular they were with the Matador fans. Is by the time she made her way to the merchandise tent, they were gone.
A lot of people need to stop by the shop anyway to pick up something like this.
The Barn
like this.
is the official name of it.
Go to the Barn.
Go to the Barn. And if you haven't been to the Barn, it's actually a really cool venue. It's an intimate venue. The team is there. You will always run into some of the team players there, I feel like.
It also doubles up as the studio for the coaches show as well.
It's a great spot. We had fans shopping behind us, John.
Just casually walking in.
Dude, they were going through.
I didn't have that.
I didn't
have that on my episode, so you were lucky to get that.
I'm very fortunate. Very fortunate.
You had almost the whole team there with you.
I had the whole team there. Pressure makes diamonds is what Coach said, and I had pressure on me that day, and I hope that show was great. Of course, you could see all the coaches' show presented by Wonder Tree at the Barn every Monday from noon until whenever I quit talking.
Pretty much.
Sometimes it's 1:30, sometimes it's 1. I'm sorry, but it's a lot of fun, and you should tune in. It's a really good time.
Speaking of fun, we got more fun lined up for tonight.
We do, and let's get back into previewing this match, of course. Matadors 4-0, we talked about that already. The Vaqueros are 2-3 on the season. They're coming off of a win against the same team you just beat, Arkansas. They played Arkansas the night before on a Thursday that Arkansas came here to play on a Friday, and so they're feeling confident coming into tonight, and they run a unique kind of formation that we talked about with Coach a bit.
Oh, yeah, we'll get more into that a little bit later, but a win, a loss, a win, 2 losses in a row to start the season for Fort Worth. A good rebound, but again, they lost to the number 9th ranked team in the nation, so that's nothing to shake a stick at with that.
No.
But on paper, Fort Worth, fantastic squad. They have a couple injuries coming into this match too, but that roster's loaded. A lot of their super subs are actually starting tonight too, so that's something to watch out for.
One of the things that is on paper that I have noticed, because we talked about we do a lot of research coming into this, there might be a yellow card problem with this team, the banana team. You know, the Fort Worth Vaqueros.
Get a yellow card and match the yellow kits?
Dude, yeah, they're matching the energy. Yeah. They've had 12 yellow cards in their 5 games. Rather, they've had 12 players get yellow cards in their 5 games. John, is that a problem, or am I making something up?
It's a little bit of a disciplinary problem in that last match against Arkansas. It's just a lot of frustration fouls. Arkansas had speed, so that was something to watch out for. Anytime Fort Worth is getting beat in the middle, was going up the field in the counterattack situation, frustration got the best of the players. They are still human, of course, but it's not anything to watch for. The NPSL doesn't actually do total yellow cards suspension, so that's completely out of the window. It's only for red cards for that. But yeah, just a little bit of a hey, kind of keep your nerves. You're on the road, so that's something that's more importantly that they need to do. Fort Worth just needs to capitalize on the game that they play.
And if you're a Matador, maybe you do take note of that, right? And you could play a little bit of the upstairs game a bit, right?
Get in the mental a little bit.
Why not?
A little bit of gamesmanship going on there.
Look, I play. If there's a game, I'm playing it.
The game within the game. I don't think Coach Ormiston has them doing that. I mean, they're locked in, they're focused, and both teams are coming in. One team wants to control, one team wants to score. I'm not going to tell you who just yet. But with that, Fort Worth has the perfect game plan, and they took it to Arkansas, and that's why they won 2-1 in their last match.
So moments ago, I said they had 12 players on their roster with yellow cards. The Matadors, I do want to make sure I say this, they have 7 players on their roster that have yellow cards. So there's a 5-player differential, but I want to make sure I'm on even playing field here, that I point out both of them.
Nope, we're giving it to both sides.
Both sides, both sides. Goal getters for the Fort Worth Vaqueros today, and names you need to know. You had a name that you highlighted, John, moments ago, and Parker Plesko, a guy that returned on the roster last year. He's leading them in goals.
Oh, he's absolute dynamite on the ball. You need to watch out for him just kind of sneaking across that back line a little bit, but more so controlling the pace in the midfield for Fort Worth. They have pace. They have a lot of pace, and they're very quick to counter on the edges in particular. Watch out for that formation with 5 wide in the middle. They can stretch the field, so that's a little bit of concern for Lubbock.
Flexco has 4 goals this season. He is tied at the Lone Star Conference leaderboard at #1 with the most goals. The other one is Francisco Jaramillo. He has 2 goals. And Jesse's Garfias, Joe Conaway, and Jamie Thompson both have 1. Similar to Lubbock, they have a lot of players that have scored this season, and that's something they can hang their head on.
Spread the love. I mean, your team plays well together, and with the formation that Fort Worth has, playing 3 in the back, 5 in the middle, it allows for more free-flowing play. So, I mean, it can come from one side of the field, the left side, the weak side. It can come from up top. It can come from the back, because a lot of those players like to attack. And Fort Worth has all the angles covered there. That's a huge thing to watch for tonight.
Go-getters, of course, for the Lubbock Matadors. Momo Diop, he's got 3 this season. One of them was just absolutely spectacular.
Oh, one of the best goals I've seen in the Matadors uniform, actually.
Absolutely. He bent it like Beckham, man. It was simply beautiful. Fabian Wagner, Fabi. He's got 2 goals this season. Lud Clausen, Mesfin Rhoda getting the start tonight in the starting 11. Evan Howard and Jack Thomas all have scored this season. So just one more name in the hat for the Matadors that have scored, but a balanced attack once again with the Lubbock Matadors. Anybody can put the ball in the net.
Oh, I mean, Coach talked about it a little bit earlier. He was alluding to, yeah, we had chances in the last home opener. Didn't score in the first half. I didn't want to say they didn't do anything, but they had the chances, which is good. You saw more of them kind of pour in the second half. But Coach wants to get off to a hot start.
Ryan Naidu, he was the signature Stag man of the match. We've talked offense. What you need to know is that the defense shined last home match for the Lubbock Matadors. They were locked down. That back line was absolutely lethal, John, and you want to see something similar again tonight, because when the defense does what it's supposed to do, it opens the offense on the other end.
With Plaxico especially being a speed threat, and Jaramillo coming off the bench, he also has very good control, too. That kind of worries me a little bit, just to take advantage of the midfield. But, yeah, back line is going to be of the utmost importance tonight.
Dude, you've been teasing the formation that Fort Worth plays, man. Can you just give it to us already, man? This has been rough.
I'll throw it out. You want me to throw it out?
Yeah, dude. It's a unique one, and it's one of those styles of play that it's like, wow, you could see how it's successful. Why don't we see more of it?
3-5-2 formation for them. Base formation, I know it changes with Coach is talking about it too. They prepare for multiple looks, so it's not just one look. But, yeah, the base 3-5-2 formation just allows for your wing players to kind of get up in the attack a little bit more, and it allows them to drop back. A good opportunity for Lubbock, though, with that formation for Fort Worth, the counterattack opportunity. Speed will kill them down the side, especially on the left side of the formation, Lubbock's right side. Look for that. I would find a little avenue right there to exploit them on the wing a little bit.
Okay, so there you go. There's the scouting report on the Fort Worth Vaqueros from our guy, John. We want to give a shout-out to Lexi as we're sitting here. She sat in John's seat the last game, and we know her and her family are tuning in tonight, and she did a great job. Super proud of her.
Oh, she was fantastic. I mean, first time being on TV, that was excellent.
Yeah.
You keep Devin in check a little bit more. If I was giving any notes,
yeah,
don't let him stray too far.
I told her that,
Don't
too.
let him stray too far.
They were like, what would John tell you coming into the game tonight? And I'm like, button it up. Button it up.
Yeah,
you could button it up. You could do it for one game because he's not here, and I thought I did all right.
Oh, no, y'all were great. Y'all were excellent. Her insight on the team, too, like that's insight I'm not privy to.
Yeah.
I loved hearing all of that. Give me more of that.
Yeah, give all the details. Actually, we could use a sideline reporter one of these days. Who knows?
I think that would be a fantastic.
Yeah, and she could interview Dustin and all of them.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Get a little interview before going into the half. Yeah,
that'd be cool.
I'd like that.
Hey, we want to hear from you on this live stream. That's the beautiful thing about being on YouTube is getting to see a live chat come in. Taco saying Thomas Wolf's #1 fan here. Go Matadors.
Hey, shout out to Thomas.
Is Thomas Taco or is that a different person? Is Thomas tooting his own horn here?
I don't think so. No, I don't think so.
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Taco, let me know. Tell me your name in the chat. I need to know. I need to know if it's not Thomas.
We're going to take you behind the curtain here for a little bit.
Yes.
Devin.
But yes, we do want to hear from you, though, in the live chat. It doesn't matter if you're a Vaqueros fan or you're a Matadors fan or you're just a fan of soccer and you're tuning in tonight. We want to hear from you because that's what makes this broadcast fun is getting to interact with everybody.
Your research coming into this match.
Yeah.
How was it different?
How was it? I was locked, dude. I don't know why. We made a Vaqueros roster.
Oh, yeah. We found everything.
We did it all. And then I think I spent another 2 extra hours on research coming into
I was sending
today.
him notes last night, too, just watching tape, and I was like, hey, here's this thing.
Yeah.
Here's this thing. Oh, by the way, sideline reporter, that'd be great, too.
Speaking of things, Coach caught me red-handed the other day on the coach's show.
What do you do?
He figured out how I do my ad reads and how I purposely lay you up so that you say a word that I'm looking for you to say, and then I use it for the ad read.
You bait him?
I bait him.
Oh, no. No, that's actually masterful. That's good.
That's elite stuff.
Falls,
And
falls right into the trap.
he called me out on it too, which was a lot of fun. That's why I love Coach, man. He calls me out on things, just like John.
Yep.
Fort Worth, they're a dangerous team. That's what you need to know coming in tonight as I'm trying to get this train back on track. Okay, they are a dangerous team. They need your full focus. Okay, Coach Tony, he's the head coach of the.
Tony Marola?
Yeah, Tony Marola. Coach called him Coach Tony multiple times on the show, and so I just kept going with Coach Tony. He sets up his team to win, though. That's what you need to know. He'll be hungry to come in here and get a victory tonight against the Lubbock Matadors.
A big road win, too. I don't think they have a definitive win for the season, but for sure, having this one on the road against a very good Lubbock Matadors squad, that's something you can hang your hat on for sure.
All right, let's get into the conference standings. With John here, he's got them right in front of us. The Matadors, they're 4-0. They got 12 points. They're ahead of Oklahoma City, or Oklahoma by, I think, goal differential is the difference in it. Correct. John?
Matches played, too. Oklahoma has one in hand, basically. But Lubbock Matadors right at the top. Oklahoma United FC, second place. West Texas FC, another one to watch. That gap is actually pretty close.
Yeah.
So, again, this match, we're not thinking about this weekend just yet. But
I'm all I see is a trophy that needs to be in Lubbock.
We'll talk about Desico later.
Yeah.
But yeah, West Texas FC in third place. The Vaqueros right there in fourth. Arkansas trailing them. Fort Worth just put 2 wins against Arkansas here recently, so that kind of vaulted them up a little bit. Brownsville, kind of a little bit of a lull there. Loss, a win, a loss. They had a draw in their last match, too, kind of bringing up the rear there. And CF Town Houston at the bottom of the table in the Lone Star Conference.
We get to look at that as broadcasters and as fans, but Coach does not look at that, right?
Oh,
he sees themselves at number 1. They see it, but they think they haven't done anything yet. That's the mindset of Coach David Ormiston, and that's what he's trying to tell his team is that we haven't done anything yet. Let's go earn more.
Oh, I mean, the mindset of this team has high expectations. And we were talking about the 2023 season where, I mean, Lubbock was just dominating. And he talked about the goal differential as well. He noticed, hey, we didn't really score that much. It was like maybe, 9 goals in the first 4 matches the last time out. Now he knows this is the bar that's been set. This is the standard that's been set. And Lubbock's fans, the front office, from the top to the bottom, Lubbock knows this is the type of team that we need to be.
He also talked about how you need to grind your teeth, right? This team will grind their teeth until they get better every single day. And that's the mindset they're having is that early on through the first 4 games, they didn't score a lot. They were grinding their teeth. They were finding their way. And last year under David Ormiston, the team that will play on Saturday, his team kind of struggled at the beginning of the year, only scoring a handful of goals. But then towards the end of the year, they were averaging 3.5 goals a game. They grinded their teeth, and they got there.
Coach Dave was talking about how it's a short season, but as quickly as he's been around the boys, around getting all the training together, that's what you need, that intensity. There's no switch to turn on. It's you either have it or you don't.
Absolutely.
And in developing this team, all this talent that they have, and picking and choosing what to do, messing with formations and tactics and whatnot, he decided we just need to change the approach with this and get the aggression going early. And that's kind of what you've seen develop in the last 4 matches for Lubbock.
They're playing for something bigger. That was a common theme in the coach's show on Monday, that the team feels like they're playing for something bigger. I like the sound of that because to me, they're not just playing for them. They're not playing to get them some tape so that they can go and play somewhere else next year. They're playing for something bigger. The fans, the community, all of the things. That made me feel so good to hear that.
Think about how far Lubbock has been removed from the U.S. Open Cup.
Yeah,
that was fantastic football in the winter of all the times to do that.
Dude, I loved it. I was freezing.
But they had that team performing, and Lubbock has had a taste of that. And they saw what it meant to the community. They saw what it meant to kids playing the game here. Obviously, we have the youth camps going on too, but you see how much of an impact it has just being a positive part of the community.
100%. Coming your way just in a few moments. We're going to take a quick TV pause. We still have another 3 minutes of previewing.
Oh, yeah.
John, we're killing it, dude. We're 21 minutes into this. We're rocking and rolling, and
That
we're hoping
flew.
you're enjoying this. Again, our goal today on the YouTube is 665 subscriber count. Share it with your friends. Do what you got to do. Let's get it there, though, and make it happen as we try to get the message out about the Matadors playing at a home match tonight. First kick will be coming our way. It is Live Oak Animal Hospital night, and we got a first kick with a dog coming our way.
Special guest at the half, too.
Yes, the owner of the dog. And I got to figure out how you train a dog to do a first kick. My
That
dog
should
doesn't
be-
even know how to sit.
That should be your first question.
How do you train a dog to do the first kick? Because this is not the first time this dog has been here. This
No,
is a
absolutely
repeat
not.
first
Second
kick.
time.
That's big time. Yeah.
Great night, great posters they're giving out here at the game.
Yeah, do you have the poster?
I do. It's rolled up over there somewhere. Amber has it.
I think Amber's going to get us
Yeah,
one.
bring it over
Oh,
here.
bring it over here. Thank you. Thank you, Amber.
So they
Tonight,
hand these out, and they only give these out if you're at the match.
so it's to the first 300 people that walk through the gate. John, of course, was one of the first 300 people to walk through
Amber
the gate
was
today.
too.
Yes, Amber was too. And was today's signed? That was my question. Were they signed?
No, they're not.
But you can find them at the
Oh, yeah.
Yes, there you go.
Post-game
Autograph Alley.
Yeah, post-game autograph alley. Just get
Which,
there.
if you have not come to Autograph Alley, that's where you get to interact with the players, right? The people that are out there putting on a show for you at the very end of the game.
And it's not even just for home fans, too. It's a great experience for the traveling team. We've had West Texas fans come in here before, and they love the atmosphere. They love the pregame. They were able to, in jest, of course, talk all the mess that you wanted to Lubbock. But it's a great atmosphere for everybody coming in.
Everybody. My grandmother, 86 years old, in a wheelchair, was here for the home opener. All the way to my 3-year-old son was here for the home
A friend
opener.
of mine, Arthur, he brought his mom and his daughter out here. They had not seen at least not that packed, not since one of the open matches, but they loved it. All the energy, all the vibes, the Moses going crazy for 90-plus minutes.
The pageantry.
Pretty much,
It was on full display, and it was outstanding. Going back to your community comment, how the team is embracing the community. The team is actually working in the community this summer. They're doing camps. They're doing different things to help younger players get better. They're also working in businesses here in town. The soccer box has hired a few of the players. That was courtesy of
That's
Lexi,
excellent.
that stat.
That's awesome.
And then I think I saw Theo Butterworth offer his knowledge to younger players on Facebook. The guys are investing, and they're putting some roots here
they
in the
were at
ground,
the
and they're
public
trying to.
library the other day, just doing a read-along with the kids. That's fantastic.
The name of the game with this organization and this club is community. They understand that without the community, you're nothing, and the Matadors have invested deeply in this community. That was the whole point of me telling you that they're working here.
Oh, it's a two-way street, basically. You get out of it what you put into it, and just being a part of everything that makes you feel like a part of something. I mean, if I was in an environment like that, yeah, sign me up.
Sign us up. It's a great environment here on the South Plains. Coming your way after this quick commercial break, we're going to welcome in a whole new audience. Tonight we're going to be on My Lubbock TV here in town. Of course, we wouldn't be able to do this without Lubbock ISD TV, and so shout out to Lubbock ISD TV for putting us on the air tonight. I'm looking forward to that new audience joining us in just a few
this
moments.
is going to be great. We're going to be on TV. We're already on YouTube. We got that covered.
Just check all the boxes, dude.
We only had 2, so they're done.
I need to be a little more professional when we hit the airwaves on My Lubbock TV.
Yeah, just trim the beard a little bit, just under the neck.
That's what Abner used to tell me, actually. And now I'm growing it out. It out.
We got the gear. We got the vibes. The weather's perfect tonight for a match.
And the DJ, dude, is bumping today, dude.
Oh,
I know
he has
y'all can
not
hear it.
missed on a single track tonight.
No. So we're going to get ready. Let's go ahead and toss to that commercial break. When we return here on the Matadors pregame show, we're going to welcome in a new audience, and then we're going to do our starting 11.
Oh, yeah, let's get to that.
We're going to get to our starting 11, so you make sure you want to stay here with us after this commercial break. Of course, tonight's stream is being presented by Mears Mazda Volvo, Lubbock's locally owned luxury dealership. I drove by them on Spur 327 on my way here. They have a bunch of cars. Go check out our presenting sponsor tonight, Mears Mazda Volvo off of Spur 327. We'll be back with more Matador Soccer coming your way right after this.
The hunger to win is fueled by a chance to compete and the thrill of the action. The cheers from the crowd energize our team and push them on to victory. Whether it's the pre-game excitement of tailgating or the post-game euphoria of winning celebrations, United Supermarkets always brings an A-game to your party. From kickoff to tip-off and final buzzer to the last out, United Supermarkets is proud to feed the competitive spirit. United Supermarkets is proud to feed the competitive spirit. United Supermarkets is proud to feed the competitive spirit. United Supermarkets is proud to feed the
When you hear the word cancer for the first time, suddenly every moment matters.
How do I tell
When you hear
my
the word
family?
cancer for the first time,
Where do I go for the
suddenly
best
every
treatment?
moment matters. At Covenant Health, you're never alone.
Covenant's cancer team is made up of the finest oncology specialists in the region, armed with state-of-the-art technology so you can stay close to home for the most advanced treatment available.
Cancer care at Covenant Health, because when you hear the word cancer, every moment matters.
The Lubbock Matadors are all about partnering with local businesses and investing in the community.
Being a local business, it was really important to us, not only to support Dustin and his family, but the Matador Soccer Club.
Welcome to Lowry Field at Plains Capital Park. It is game day, baby. The Lubbock Matadors are set to host the Fort Worth Vaqueros live on the Matadors YouTube channel and on My Lubbock TV. We welcome in our My Lubbock TV audience as we're getting ready for the second home match of the season for the Matadors. Devin Ward here alongside John Bocanegra. He's him. I'm going to say it again. We said it in the 30-minute ago when we started on YouTube.
That was the pre-show.
That was the pre-show. We're on the show now, and it's go
yeah.
time as we have 17 and a half minutes until first kick. We are super excited that you are joining us here today.
Oh, I mean, I've been ready since the season started, since before the season started. The Mozos got a little preview of the private practice there. That was excellent to see that.
He's a mozo, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Through and through. I didn't wear the scarf. I should have.
I tried to find my scarf. I was quite disappointed. I think my son took it from me.
Oh, it's a good piece of merchandise to have.
He
But
wanted
I'm glad
it.
to be back. I know I missed the last home opener. Y'all did a great job last weekend, by the way.
It was so much fun, and we were so glad that we were on the air that day on YouTube. If you are watching on My Lubbock TV and you want to interact with us throughout the course of the broadcast today, we're on YouTube as well, and there's a comment stream that happens over the course of the broadcast on that YouTube channel. And so if you hear me connect saying, hey, here, coming to the comments, that's where we're at. Interact with us. It's really fun. And subscribe.
Oh, yeah, definitely subscribe. We have a goal tonight.
665.
We're going to hit that. I want to
Easy.
clear it. I want to clear it. I want to get to it at least.
Yeah.
But you want to clear it.
Clear it.
All
like,
the time, every time.
Like a hurdle, you know.
Or like a ball out of the backfield.
Yeah. Speaking of, I was going to say, speaking of balls, we're getting ready to play today, and this is a big match today. The Vaqueros are coming into town 2-3 on this season. The Matadors 4-0. Both teams coming off victories. That's the big thing to note coming in here, and it's off the same team. They both beat Arkansas coming into tonight.
I know Arkansas plays in 2 different divisions as well. I don't know if you knew this, but
I
they play in the NPSL and they play in the league above as well. A little bit of a stress for them. Doesn't matter because you can't take that away on the record. They don't write that down. But Lubbock wants to keep the pedal to the metal, keep it going, that win streak alive. Off to a hot start this year. 2023 is the last time they had another hot start there. That's what Lubbock wants to do. Fort Worth wants a definitive win on the road.
I thought that was your moment to test me. I'm not going to lie.
Nope.
I made the face
drop
like
that randomly on you. How about that?
That was under Paul Gilbert. It was a great start to the season. He was trying to test me pre-match to see if I had an idea, and I was ready.
He does the research. I want to stump him on that.
We got a lot of research that we got into coming into this, and it's going to be a big-time matchup with the Fort Worth Vaqueros here tonight. Of course, the team is playing for something bigger this season, and it's here in town, here at the Lubbock Matadors, and we're excited to see them. Previous matchups coming into this, the Lubbock Matadors started the season on the road with 3 straight games. They beat Arkansas to start out the season, then went to FC Brownsville, and then CF10 Houston. It was 48 hours on the bus, and now they get to play back-to-back home matches. They are grateful to be here.
Rested, reserved, and rowdy is what Coach was telling us in the pre-match interview there. The team is intense, and they battle not only for the first 18 to make for the roster, but for the final 11 too. And that's intensity that you want to see before the intensity of the match.
They say iron sharpens iron, and that's what's happening in the training sessions, right? These guys are making each other better, and they're competing. When I said they play for something bigger, they're playing for an audience of 6,000 plus last home match. They want to be out on the field, and that's what they're doing whenever they're practicing and iron sharpening iron out there in the training sessions.
I know it's a big recruiting tool to get the kids to say, hey, there's all these people in these stands cheering for you. Don't let them down. That's not like a message to take away from that. But to know that you have almost 3 times, 4 times the audience that you normally do at your college, that's incredible to see. Yeah, it was built up for the first match of the season, but they came through, they performed, they got that win in the first match.
Of course, tonight is Live Oak Animal Hospital night. They've been one of our signature sponsors throughout the entire time with the Lubbock Matadors. And Dr. Eric Cunningham, he was a great interview the other day during the halftime show. We'll have somebody come up and interview on behalf of Live Animal Hospital tonight. But tonight's a night where we're going to get to see some animals here at the stadium, and this is one of my favorite nights of the year.
A returning first kick, actually.
Yes, I think Avery is the name of the dog. I need to get that confirmed, but I believe so, yes.
Great night, great atmosphere. I mean, the weather's perfect. We had our pre-match, I'll call it festivities.
Yes, at the party down there. It was a lot of fun. They had a bubble truck, all the things.
The tailgate's always fun.
Yes, absolutely. It was a lot of fun. And you need to make sure you get here early to the matches because 5 o'clock is when the party really starts, and that gives you 2.5 hours to get ready for a good game.
And it goes by quick, leading up right into first kick. As you see all the festivities out there, looking good.
Yeah.
Great weather, great atmosphere. You got stuff on the line for both of these teams as well.
They do, and I'm sorry to take this train back off the tracks, but your barbacoa tacos looked great as you talked about things that were looking good.
Now we're tacoing.
Now We're Tacoing. That's one of our sponsors. Thank you to Now We're Tacoing. Albert's the owner of Now We're Tacoing.
Yeah. Good guy.
Yeah.
Great tacos.
Great tacos. Barbacoa on the menu tonight.
It really did hit the spot.
Something that's happening at halftime as well. We're going to have to wrap up the interview quick because it is a 3 versus 110, 3 Matadors versus 110 kids happening at halftime today, and they want us to do some commentary on it, John.
We can do it.
Oh, yeah.
As soon as you told me about that, I was like, yeah, we can call that. No problem. No problem.
I asked him, I said, what is the age range with the 110? Because, like, if it's a bunch of 4-year-olds, 5-year-olds, give me the 3.
That's a little bit questionable, yeah.
But
give me some 12-year-olds.
So it is. It's from 6 to 12 is the age group, and there's going to be 110 of them out there. That is some much-watch TV.
Okay, that's more balance for that, is what it sounds like.
It's going to be
The
balanced.
little kids are going to be the ones that are chasing. The 12-year-olds are going to be the one holding their position.
I think the game plan for the players that are playing is similar to how Fort Worth plays. They're going to want to push the ball forward, big kicks, and stretch the field.
Absolutely. Stretching the field, more importantly, with 5 stacked in the middle. We'll get into formation stuff later, but yeah, with that midfield, stretching those from touchline to touchline, it's not necessarily a deep threat, but you could also say that because they like to play from the back. Very aggressive, high pressure, almost the entire match, and that's going to be an interesting look for Lubbock tonight.
If you were part of our YouTube audience, sorry if we re-say things that we said 30 minutes
we're
ago.
in a new audience. It's fine.
We do have a new audience on My Lubbock TV, and we're grateful that they're here. 2-3 on the season is Fort Worth. They have 12 players that have had yellow cards this season. I kind of talked about it before. I asked if it was a problem. John says I don't know. Remind me of what you said,
It's
John.
a bit of a concern, yes, for disciplinary reasons, only because a lot of the yellow cards were just silly fouls, just kind of not necessarily redemption fouls, but frustration fouls mostly. Not necessarily something that could be used to their disadvantage for Fort Worth, but Lubbock, they see a weakness there, they're going to exploit it for sure.
Yeah, it's a game within the game. Lubbock has 7 players, so we want to make sure we give a balanced coverage there. Lubbock Matadors have had 7 players get yellow cards this season. On the offensive side of the ball for the Fort Worth Vaqueros, Parker Plasko is the name you need to know. He is tied with 4 goals at the top of the Lone Star Conference. He's a returning player for them, and so he's played here in Lubbock before.
His poise actually showed in that last match against Arkansas. Very keen on the ball. Very slippery off the ball, too. That's something Lubbock also has to watch out for. But you want someone that can stay in the box and withstand all that pressure coming from every angle. That's the man you need to watch for tonight.
Francisco Jaramillo has 2 goals, while Jesse's Garfias, Joe Conway, and Jamie Thompson all have 1. Those are the goal getters for the Fort Worth Vaqueros. What do they present on the defensive side of the ball, John, that Matador fans need to know about?
Mostly just stacking that midfield. They're going to muck it up. They're going to make you play as slow as you possibly can while hitting you as fast as they can. So you just kind of watch out for that. Lubbock could exploit them with a little bit of counterattack opportunities there, but yeah, look for Fort Worth to just kind of control everything.
Well, and that's where the midfield is where everything is controlled with, and so they want to take control of that. For the Matadors, their Mears Mazda keys to the game is to chance creation / ball in the net is what Coach Ormiston said, as well as what happens off ball. And a lot of times when you're watching these games, it's so easy to focus on what's happening on ball, but realistically what's happening off ball is like what's leading up to what's next and what's important next.
Especially with Fort Worth kind of playing with their wing players just advancing and dropping back almost immediately. You want to find those spaces and those gaps in there to kind of exploit them when they press too far up.
Those wingers better be in great shape.
Oh, they're going to get – it's a dry heat here. I know they had perfect weather last Saturday for Fort Worth, but, yeah, it's a little bit of a dry heat. Not too hot, but, get your track shoes on too.
On the side for the Matadors, the Lubbock Matadors, their goal scorers this season, Momo Diop. Man, he has been sensational. He's got 3 goals this season. And whenever I asked him in the coaches show the other day, John, I said, what are your goals for the season? And he was just thinking, all I think about is scoring goals. And I was like, no, dude, big picture, big picture. But that's what you want your striker to be thinking. Like, man, I dream of scoring goals.
He's one of my players to watch for Lubbock side, actually. Yeah, Coach talked about wanting to score as often as possible. They had chances in the home opener, first half. A lot of movement, a lot of not necessarily sitters in the box, but you had opportunities. You were actually taking those shots. It was great. The floodgates opened in the second half for that, but Coach Ormiston wants to get that started sooner rather than later.
And then we currently have our players coming out onto the pitch right now, onto the field. You see the Matadors wearing their red jerseys tonight, and the
Lovely.
Banana team made their appearance, John.
The Banana Boys are back.
The Banana Boys are back. Of course, Fort Worth wearing the all-yellow kits tonight. To finish out our thoughts previewing the game, defensively, the Matadors were excellent in their last home match, John, and they want to carry that over here tonight because when defense plays well, it just bleeds on over into the offense.
Oh, you have every opportunity to prove everything that you did in practice was actually worth it. Not that it was ever a waste, but you want to take that and you want to translate that to match speed as quickly as you can.
I know we have one more commercial break on My Lubbock TV before we get on to first kick. We have a handful of minutes left. Let's give it another minute or two before we toss to that commercial break, John.
Sounds good.
Lone Star Conference play has been underway. We're almost, after tonight, the Matadors are at the halfway point in Lone Star Conference play. You blink, the season's over. So if you haven't had the chance to come see this team, come, because the opportunities are so few and far between throughout the course of a year, John.
You talked about it. Fort Worth's already halfway into their season. They started their rough campaign this year, 2 losses off the bat, but you're losing to the number 9th ranked team in the nation in Oklahoma. I mean, you can't be too mad about that. You put some wins together, a great team on paper, and when you hit them on the pitch, like, you see everything that they have actually, they progressed. They went from punching bag last season to middle of the table in the Lone Star Conference.
Sorry, I got sidetracked, John. They're playing the FIFA theme song, and the pageantry happening right now is just unreal.
Hey, I'm here for it.
The core memories that these young players that are standing in front of the Lubbock Matadors that are making right now. And if you want your player to be able to experience this, sign them up for a camp with the soccer team with the Lubbock Matadors as they're running off there. Look at them go, John. That's what it's going to be like whenever 110 play against 3 later.
That's like a fraction of what's going to happen.
Look at that. Look at that. They're running right at you, right in your kitchen. But if you want your young player to be able to experience this, sign them up for a Lubbock Matadors soccer camp. And of course, if you are a season ticket holder, your player gets in for free, and that's in all caps, free.
All caps?
All caps, free.
4 letters free?
F-R-E-E. It's a beautiful thing. All right, we're going to go ahead and toss to a commercial break. When we return, we'll have soccer coming your way in your starting 11. This match is being presented to you by Mears Mazda Volvo, Lubbock's locally owned luxury dealership.
Lubbock Matadors are all about partnering with local businesses and investing in the community.
Being a local business, it was really important to us, not only to support Dustin and his family, but the Matador Soccer Club.
When you hear the word cancer for the first time, suddenly every moment matters.
How do I tell my family?
Where do I go for the best treatment?
At Covenant Health, you're never alone.
Covenant's cancer team is made up of the finest oncology specialists in the region, armed with state-of-the-art technology so you can stay close to home for the most advanced treatment available.
Cancer care at Covenant Health, because when you hear the word cancer, every moment matters.
The hunger to win is fueled by a chance to compete and the thrill of the action. The cheers from the crowd energize our team and push them on to victory. Whether it's the pre-game excitement of tailgating or the post-game euphoria of winning celebrations, United Supermarkets always brings an A-game to your party. From kickoff to tip-off and the final buzzer to the last out, United Supermarkets is proud to feed the competitive spirit.
You're watching Lubbock Matadors football on YouTube and on My Lubbock TV. Tonight is Live Oak Animal Hospital, and at Live Oak Animal Hospital, they combine cutting-edge care with hometown touch. From advanced orthopedic surgeries to in-house CTE imaging, your pet gets a top-tier treatment close to home. And best of all, we're still locally owned and operated because your family deserves personal care from people who live right here in the community. You're currently looking at our first kick tonight. This is something to see right here, John, as we're about to get ready to watch first kick, and then we'll get into our starting 11.
How do you kick?
I don't know. I'm anxious to see this.
Does the dog use one
So
foot?
Avery is about to do her first kick right here. Let's see it, Avery. What do you got? You're going to put the ball in front of her here. Hey, there you go.
That's how you do that.
Okay, so you just spike it down and let Avery kick
Just
it.
jump at it. There you
Hey,
go.
that's the route right
I
there.
want to see more of that from Lubbock, too, actually.
Yeah.
Just jumping at those chances.
John, I'm going to have you take care of the Fort Worth Vaqueros starting 11, and then I'll get into Lubbock Matadors. John, take it away.
Number 15, Brock Barbie. Player to watch there. Number 4, Cameron Garcia. 21, Cooper Stevens. 13, Copper West. He came off as a super sub in that last match for Fort Worth. Jakob Burkhill, number 1 in the net. Jamie Thompson, number 10. Jesse Garfias, number 6. Number 9, Joe Conway. 20, Luis Pineda Perez. Number 2, Marco Guzman. And Amanda Watch. Number 19, Parker Plaxco.
And I know we got a video to play for the Lubbock Matadors starting 11. Let's roll the video. Who's ready? You know I'm ready. Starting in goal today, Andre Schleffly. Number 14, Duvon Canchillo will be your midfielder. Number 20, Mesfin Rhoda. He's getting the start today.
Oh, yeah.
He earned his time today in the training session. Tim Kulishup rocking number 22. He's one of your defenders. Number 6, Nico Cross, another defender getting the start tonight. Number 9, Jamal Williams, the pride of Wayland Baptist University. He'll be wearing number 9. He is your forward. Jack Thomas wearing number 11 again, your midfielder. He was a man all over the place.
That's my guy.
He's 5'6", but man, he plays like the biggest player out there on the field. Number 10, Momo Diop, another forward. He's your lead goal scorer on the team. He's got 3 this season. Number 15, Luke Mulkey, a defender. Number 2, Stefan Rube, another guy that earned his time in training sessions today. And then to end it out, number 5, Mateo Francu. He's a midfielder. He's a graduate student from Central Arkansas. That's your starting 11, and we are underway, John. It's a good day to be great, and it's a great day to be here with you today on YouTube and on My Lubbock TV.
Thanks for joining us, everyone. Get into the comments section as well.
Yes, again, goal on our subscriber count for YouTube today, 665. We've got 100 people tuning in right now, and we thank you for watching. Arthur saying, Viva Matadors. Joe Bocanegra saying, Matadors.
FC.
There you go. I was hoping you would be able to fill it in for your brother there, and you did.
SC. Excuse me.
SC. Base Goose saying, Vamonos Matadors. Welcome back, John. Glad John's here. Mozos have the pink smoke up in the air, and that's when you know it's game time. It's go time. It's red smoke, but it comes out pink, John, and whenever you see it next to the track.
It's more diffused, that's why. We're catching it on the very end of the flare there.
Right. We have a very good perspective up here, too, and we're grateful.
Fantastic view.
Jared Willis saying Viva Matadors and Viva Texas Tech Women's Softball.
Hey.
That's a home run comment. I think that's how a lot of our audience is tonight, and they're going to be doing both a little bit, right?
That's okay. As long as you're having fun, as long as you're having a good time. Lubbock controlling the pace here to start the match. First chance at an attacking opportunity there in the top third.
Yeah, and
very methodical, that build-up.
And that's how Coach likes it. That's how he wants his team to be seen, as a methodical approach, right, to the game. He calls it the pure way of playing, right? Is that right, John?
I wanted to keep it, yeah, something along the lines of that.
Yeah. Hey, have you been dealing with digestive issues like Crohn's, IBS, or acid reflux? Well, you need to listen up. GI Alliance is not just the nation's leader in gastroenterology. They're also the forefront of groundbreaking research.
Great chance there.
To improve treatment options for patients just like you and me. Their expert doctors are leading clinical studies to advance care, and you can be part of it too. Whether you're looking for a new treatment option or you just want to shape the future of GI health, GI Alliance wants to hear from you. Find out how you can participate in a research study today. Visit GIalliance.com and take control of your digestive health. John, I nailed it. Gastroenterology.
Well done.
I'm doing the gritty up here, guys. Oh, that was big time, dude.
Almost nailed there. First chance for Lubbock there. Again, we talked about that methodical build-up, getting right there on the near post. Great chance.
Ball headed up into the air. The Matadors going from right to left on the field today to get things started. Wind in their face, John, as they're getting things rolling here. As I see the flags on the opposite side. It's a beautiful day here on the South Plains, though. The UV index is only sitting at 4, so if you're looking to get a tan, today's not the day.
Especially not on the home side here, where the stands are completely shaded. Actually, perfect.
Yeah, it
if
is
you wanna be
perfect. And
outside.
you see the flags on your screen there. There's 15 flags over there today, and of course the Mozos take care of that. Senegal was the flag that we needed to find for our boy Momo, and they were able to get it out there today. They were able to get it last minute.
Excuse me, great ball by Garcia there. And again, that's what Fort Worth likes to do. They play from the back, and they waste no time in attacking.
Wonder Tree saying the Wanderer.
Oh, okay.
The Wanderer. What, am I missing something here? I'm sorry, John.
I mean, it's a good nickname.
It's a good nickname. The Wanderer. I think that's me.
Your train of thought.
Yeah, it's a little bit of nowhere. Playing here on this.
There's that edge I was talking about in the YouTube pregame there, exploiting the left side of the formation against Fort Worth.
And that's Mesvin Rhoda. Rhoda is a forward, and he's a junior, standing at 5'7". His school is the University of Milwaukee. He's from Spain, and he's getting the start tonight, and he earned it in the training sessions this week.
The coach talked about making a couple of changes, and that was a big-time change there. Ball overthrown there a little bit right back into Fort Worth's feet. But, yeah, that was one of the changes Coach Ormiston was talking about, too. It's like he proved everything he needed to on the practice pitch, and he made his way into the starting lineup.
Stefan Rube is another guy that made his way into the starting 11 today, and Coach said that he earned it by his character, that his character he's one of those top-notch guys all the time.
He talked about iron sharpening iron, and that was a prime example in practice.
Slowing it down is Momo,
Great
trying
ball
to
over the
pass it
top.
forward to Rube. He's able to remain with control right there. Great touches right there by Stefan Rube.
And again, control. Talking about controlling the pace, keeping it out of possession against Fort Worth. Lubbock's having no problems getting up to that midfield foul there on our boy JT.
All right, here we go back to some of the comments here on YouTube. Again, my Lubbock audience, make sure you get a comment here on YouTube. Let us know you're watching tonight. The Wonder Tree team is there except for Alex. Boo that guy in parentheses there. Of course, Alex is the guy that punches all the buttons for our coach's show. You're looking at Momo Diop right there. He's going to be the guy with the free kick. And, John, you like that.
Lethal foot.
Yeah, and you like where he's at right here.
This is striking distance for him.
He is going for the net.
As we see Burkill kind of yelling at the line there. He wants them in perfect position. Looked to be a little bit overstacked there.
Here's Momo Diop. Oh, my goodness. Yes, sir! D-O-A-L. Go! Off of the sidebar, and they're celebrating. This is the planned celebration. Holy smokes, 5 minutes into this match, and the Matadors are on the board.
Explosive foot from Momo. We saw it there. Again, it was talking about Burkill yelling at his line to move over there. Not enough. I want to see this replay. Excellent pace on that ball. Just enough to kind of bounce off the woodwork there. But that's a good finish.
Here's your instant replay once again. Off the bar. The young man is special. Coach talks about it all the time. That's his 4th goal of the season. And the Matadors jump out to an early lead. Momo, you did it.
Absolute strike. Wonderful strike there. Momo has been pressing it too. Off the right side. Perfect upper 90. His first goal there. And then this one just off the woodwork, out of the outstretched arms of the keeper there.
Well, and as you say upper 90, Arthur comes in. Arthur Ybarra. Momo, let's go upper 90. That's awesome.
Almost got it.
Andre Schleffly there with the ball. He had his 2nd clean sheet in this last match, John. And have you liked what you've seen from him?
Oh, absolutely. Kid's a firecracker, too. Saw him in that practice that we had with the Mozos there. Intensity all around. He's probably a little bit taller than me.
Uh-huh.
I mean, height be darned. He makes up for it in intensity and his awareness and presence in the net. As small as he is compared to other keepers, he still has a fantastic structure there, stature.
I'm over here comparing
composure,
myself. You know, I'm like 99% of any athlete is going to be taller than me, so they can't compare me with anybody. That ball poked away by the defense by Fort Worth. Of course, Fort Worth wearing the all-yellow kits. Head coach of the Fort Worth Vaqueros is Tony Marola. He was hired back in 2022. Possession, Matadors in the box. Trying to fire it from there. Whistle's blown. Are we going to see a free kick from there, John?
Possibly from outside.
Just
outside
right outside
the
the
box.
box.
Maybe 17.
That's Mesfin Rhoda there on the ground. And the Mozo's right on it immediately saying you can't do that. Oh, and he got lifted up in the air.
You saw Rhoda there. He has so much space. He's taking at least 2 touches before a Vaquero actually checks into him.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little bit of concern for that defense there for Fort Worth.
So
another opportunity here for Momo.
Yeah, I was going to say wash, rinse, repeat. Here we go. Just slightly different spot. He was in between the hash marks on the first boot, and this time he's going to be right on that right hash mark on about the 8-yard line, maybe 9-yard line. Poised is that young man. You know, we talked about in the pregame when I asked him what the goals are for the season, he just dreams of getting goals. Can he get a second one here less than 10 minutes into this match? There's your whistle. And here's your approach by Momo. Blocked by that front line. Gathered by Jack Thomas. He fires! A header! Oh, and off to the right. Play with fire and you're going to get burned, and Fort Worth playing with it right now.
All attack from Lubbock in this first few minutes here, just not even within 10 yet, and you're seeing the intensity that Coach was talking about pre-match.
That was Tim Koshulip there with that second or the third follow-up chant. The header right there. Great save by the goalkeep. Of course, this is your first Signature Stag corner kick. Signature Stag, your one-stop man shop for the Matadors. Headed out. And we're going to have a goal kick here. Mesfin Rhoda there. They were trying to just do a little quick kick, John.
Oh, yeah, get a little cheeky with that.
All right, here we go. Some of the comments here. Jared yelling goal there. Jared Willis, a longtime commenter here. Wonder Tree, Momo's insane. That Senegal flag made him unstoppable. 3 fire emojis. It'd make me feel unstoppable, right?
Oh, I mean, you're starting off the match as hot as that? Yeah, you're on fire.
We're going to have a throw-in. The ball team having to do some busy work already today. And this is a hard place to be one of the ball players there.
It's a lot of space, though.
A ton of it, and that's the problem. And a hill and a concrete spot as the ball goes flying out of bounds, and this time stays on the track. So I want to go back into the big picture of the NPSL, John, as we have a brief moment here. Matadors currently ranked 8th in the NPSL standings. The team that's right behind them in 9th is Oklahoma City. They are, or Oklahoma United, rather. Oklahoma United is from Oklahoma City, but they are currently right behind you in the 9th spot. The team that's in first place is the Virginia Dream. What puts them in first? They have the same record as you. It's their goal differential. And, John, they are plus 35.
Incredible.
Incredible.
Goal differential there.
They've won 10-0 in a game. They've won 14-0 in a game. They won 7-1 in a game. They have been putting the ball in the net.
Great
Here's Jack Thompson here. Firing from deep. Deflected by the left hand of the goalkeeper. John, huge shot there.
Excellent movement into space there for JT. Again, Fort Worth just looks a little bit on their heels. You can't allow Thompson to get back there like that. Thomas, excuse me.
I think that is the 5th shot on goal today so far for the Matadors as we're in our 11th minute. Here is the second Signature Stag corner kick. Signature Stag voted the best men's store in Lubbock. Signature Stag, your one-stop man shop. So that ball deflected off the head of one of the players there, and it rolls all the way back to the video board.
You want to see Fort Worth actually made their money on slower buildups as the ball gets booted way down the field there.
Yep.
Not a lot of bodies there for Fort Worth.
No, it's a 1v3.
Great control there.
Whoa!
What a shot.
What a save by Andre Shalefli. That's a man doing his job right there. And if you're tuning in tonight, I think you're feeling the energy from me and John. What a start.
Fantastic start for Lubbock. Put it together there for Fort Worth as the ball goes out of the touchline there. Yeah, fantastic effort. And again, that's what you can expect from the Vaqueros there. Playing the ball out of the backfield and just getting upfield very quickly.
Dom Campos saying wave after wave of relentless Matador pressure. And that's been the name of the game since we've seen them step on this field here last Friday, is just pressure, pressure, pressure.
I know I talked pregame about Fort Worth kind of getting in Lubbock's
Ooh,
face
Duvon, great header there. Pushing it forward to Jamal Williams, looking for a cross. And he's going to reset. Great job there.
Great touch.
Trying to find in the middle and boot it out.
Probably a little bit too much passing there in that box.
And that's what Coach Ormiston talked about, right? When you're there, fire it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he gave him all systems green on that one. Yeah, look, if it were me, look for another touch to kind of face the net again. Just have at it.
I'm so proud of us, John. We are getting names right tonight. We are on it.
We have to. It's like it's our job.
It is essential. And I have all the pronunciations. We are killing it tonight.
Lubbock spreading the field here. 5 in the middle, not for Fort Worth, which is what we were kind of expecting coming into this. It's been all Lubbock.
Yeah, well, the Matadors kind of taking a note out of the Fort Worth Vaqueros book there, trying to play it over the top.
Great touch there back into the midfield.
Midfield is a strong point for Fort Worth Vaqueros. They play that 3-5-2, and they want to make sure that their midfielders are shining all night.
Yeah, Plaxco on the ball there, getting it out to the wing, getting the ball back there. Looking to service somewhere in the middle there. Bodies swarming at Plaxico.
Right, and that was the name that John told us that we needed to know coming into this match. He's a returning player for the Fort Worth Vaqueros. But if you're a Vaquero fan, what you need to know is that the Matadors have been bringing it on the offensive end, but they hang their hat on defense.
Oh,
this
absolutely.
defense has been electric since game 1.
2 clean sheets on the season already?
Yeah. Well, that's just, yeah. Momo Diop there with possession and boots it to that far side. Arthur saying, what a save. It was an electric save by your goalkeeper, Andre Schleffly. He just dove to his right and...
Awareness, presence of mind.
Dude, and strong hands.
Absolutely.
Soft hands, strong hands.
You can have both.
Yeah? You got to have soft hands because if you have bricks out there, man, it's deflecting
Great
and going
turn
the other
there by
way.
Lubbock.
Mesfin Rhoda there, getting it to Jamal Williams. Getting across to the middle to Rhoda, to Thomas, and booted out. Gathered in by Momo Diop.
Great turn
This
there.
is beautiful soccer here when you can call name to name to name. So the Matadors win possession back again.
Thomas probably takes a touch a little too extra there. He had a great opportunity at net, though.
Oh, Jared coming in with a great comment here on the YouTube live stream. Again, we're trying to get 665 subscribers tonight. Definitely feeling the energy tonight from the MVP of commentary, Devin, with a fire emoji.
Hey! Yep, that's all you do.
Oh, hey.
He's dancing again.
I'm dancing again. And I told the Mozos that I would end up singing by the end of tonight.
You probably will.
I will, because I saw a sign that opened my eyes. They have a sponsor this year. And they have a sign out here. That's why I saw a sign, because they have a sign out here saying that they're sponsored, which is too cool.
Great 1-2 play right there.
LubbockMozos.org.
Ball to the edge of the box. That might be a handball. Nope, referee waves it off.
Yeah, Momo Diop calling for a handball right there. You saw him immediately throw that right arm up in the air, John.
No call there from the ref. Good job letting him play on. But Fort Worth just kind of booted it away from that. You want to see more of a build-up from them. That's what they capitalized on in the second half against Arkansas last Saturday.
John, with that whistle there, we're going to do this real quick. We'd like to give a special thanks to our partner, Perry's Pizzeria and Tap House. They're located off of Quaker Avenue and 114th Street. Perry's is your home for New York-style pizza, wings, and craft beer, plus lunch specials, happy hour, and catering options. Go see our friends off of 114th and Quaker, Perry's Pizzeria. Have you ever been there?
I have. Love Perry's.
Dude, solid. I went there for a school fundraiser, and it was great.
I went there for give me all the meat pizza, and they did.
They did what'd they do?
They gave me all the meat on the pizza.
Oh, dude, yeah, like a meat lovers or I need everything.
No, I told them, give me everything. They gave me everything.
Leave the grease. I need it.
Gave it the flavor.
Yeah. Defense here. Oh,
collision.
That was
there.
a head-on-head collision right there, jumping up to make a play on the defensive side. It looked like, I think, was that Nico Cross? Yeah, that is Nico Cross. It looked like he hit his head. Here's your instant replay. And when he jumped up in the air right here, it looks like he bumped heads. He did with Parker Plaxco.
It's a fair challenge. That's a fair challenge.
Both players were going for it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Looks like everybody's going to be all right. And we're about to get back underway. Matador Mozo fans are down there chanting and haven't stopped. Of course, they bring their A game every game.
I was talking about the pressure from Fort Worth's formation with 5 in the middle, and you're really not seeing it here. I would be concerned if I was a Vaqueros fan.
Luke Mulkey there with a nasty move right there.
Great pass, too, getting
Yeah,
up top very quickly in the attacking third.
Jamal
Great through
Williams getting it to Jack Thomas, your electric player right there, and it's an offsides. Thomas with his hands on his head. He was breaking away, looking for a home run play right there.
That's
Great through ball, like you said.
That's the right idea. I mean, they're exploiting that back line. I know they only have 3 in the back, but you're exploiting them almost every chance you get, and JT is just getting into the open space.
John, here you go. Here's my favorite ad read of the night. You ready?
Do it.
Where integrity meets hard work and dedication, Raider Pump and Supply, where our pumps actually suck. I don't know why. I just love reading that one. I think it's one of those ones that it's effective advertising because that's one of the ones that you'll remember.
You're like, what did they say? Oh.
Yes.
It sucks in a good way.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're sucking up all the oil, man. You know, they're
doing their thing.
They're doing what they're supposed to be doing, which is great. Here's a throw in by the Lubbock Matadors. Of course, that throw in was Stefano Rube. And I'm talking about favorite things. This is my favorite chant by the Mozos. Wherever you go, they'll follow. And there's a lot of players that have played for this team in previous years that have gone on to do great things at the next level, right?
Our favorite goalkeeper, actually.
Yeah?
Moved on to bigger and better.
We've had a lot. You know what? This has been like, speaking of goalkeeper, this has been like, you know, like at Tech, right? Wide receiver U or LSU, RBU, right? This has been goalkeeper U for developing and getting players ready for that next level.
I mean, we've seen it so far this season. 2 clean
Vaqueros
sheets.
looking for a cross here. Sorry.
No, you're good.
As they're battling through that far side, coming to the middle, and Rhoda comes away with it. Oh, a slide, stolen back away. Finish your thought, John.
Great control there. No, I mean, we're talking about, you see how strong the defense is playing. That kind of leads into your keepers playing as well as they do, knowing they can actually depend on that back line there.
Right.
Oh,
Again,
mishandled there.
Schleffly there diving and making another save. Goals to the match tonight again. Your keys to victory from David Ormiston, the head coach, presented by Mears Mazda Volvo, was chance creation. Wants to see the ball in the net. We've seen that already by Momo Diop in the 5-minute mark. And then, of course, what happens off ball.
I mean, we've seen it. Constant motion, constant attacking. The ball doesn't stick on Lubbock's feet. And it's been giving Fort Worth a lot of trouble. My assessment for the first 20 there, I mean, the last 2 minutes, maybe we saw life into the lungs of Fort Worth, and that's kind of more what we want to see if you're a Vaqueros fan. For Lubbock, hot start, fast start, chances on goal. They've already had 5 shots. One of them went in, and that's what you want to see if you're a Lubbock fan.
Of course, 2 saves by Schleffly tonight already as well. Both of them, he had to go full extension to get those saves. And one of them was just great awareness by the Vaquero, knowing where he was and how he had no support behind him, and he had to just fire it.
Absolutely.
So, Vaqueros here. We got a Vaquero fan commenting here. John Green saying, come on, Vaqueros. Vaqueros, they like to work from the sides and work their way in, right?
They stretch the field very wide, and you're seeing it here as the ball was about to make its way to the wing, intercepted there by JT.
Yep, Momo D up here passing it, trying to get a through ball to Jack Thomas. He sees how close it is, stolen away by the Vaqueros.
And there we go, right there in the wing, just kind of stretching the field like we were talking about. A slower pace of play for Fort Worth here. They're usually sending it out of the back. But you want to see this buildup. And again, I talked about it earlier. It's what worked so well against Arkansas. You want to see that buildup.
So whenever they have so many in the midfield, John, right? Whenever they are coming and they're countering, let's say, is it easier for Lubbock to transition back into defense because they don't have as many numbers?
It helps on both sides of that, yeah. So
Okay.
with Lubbock, I mean, they have a very structured attack here. Ball gets turned over there, but you see it almost immediately. That back line is pressing. They're shifting, basically. They're not staying still. They're not 3 wide in the back. It's constantly moving, that back line. You don't know who's going to hit you.
Again, ball here on this near side. So many awesome signs out here. There are 52 of them here. We are grateful for every one of the sponsors that have helped make all the things happen this season out here in the Lubbock Matadors. Speaking of one of our awesome sponsors, I got one here for you, and it's Fuse Graphics Group. They're a family-first, community-first, and quality-first company. Fuse Graphics Group, passionately leading our print partners and our community. Oh, here we go. Schleffly going up and diving for it. Oh, that ball got by him. It's going to roll by and go out of bounds, though. We talk about playing with fire, you get burned. That was kind of close right there by your goalkeeper.
Talked about the awareness there. I mean, quick to get out, trying to close the distance there, excuse me. Almost got away from him there. Great ball there for Fort Worth.
Here's your instant replay. That ball just rolls right on past, and we'll get a goal kick here.
Jesse Garfias is one you should watch for too. Very quick off the ball movement. When he gets the ball on his feet, watch out.
Yeah, Jake Ruckert has 2 goals this season. Cameron Garcia, he has 2 goals this season for Fort Worth. Or excuse me, 2 yellow cards. I apologize. Here come the Matadors here on this side. Duvon Conchilla there stealing it. And the Matadors retain possession. Ball poked away from Rhoda.
Great awareness there.
One thing Coach talks about a lot is when you turn the ball over, he wants to get it back quickly. The Matadors have done that tonight.
You're seeing Fort Worth kind of develop a little bit more of an attacking presence. I mean, basically snuffing out Lubbock's attack. It's getting a little bit more balance for both teams here.
Yeah. And that's usually what happens throughout the course of a game as it kind of levels out, right? You have that excitement from the beginning.
Almost offside there by Jack Thomas.
Again, the 1 goal for the Lubbock Matadors came in the 5th minute. It was Momo Diop on a free kick. I don't know, from like 20 yards out. Just right outside the box, in between the hash marks. Hit off of the right pole and rolled on in. The young man is special.
Get a little reset here going for Lubbock. You see Fort Worth pressing up. They have 2 in the backfield here, but everything is in the middle right now as Lubbock gets wide as they can. Great one-touch football right there.
You ready for a story here, John?
Go ahead.
As that ball gets pushed forward to Mesfin Rhoda. He's out ahead of the defenders. Great step. Oh, and another great move to find some separation, trying to fire. 3 yellow jerseys standing right in front. The goalkeeper telling his defenders to get back. Ooh, and Mesfin Rhoda there kind of falls on the track.
Takes a tumble where the turf ran out there.
Right. So have you noticed, John, that all these guys are looking right out there on the field? Look at all their hair for the Lubbock Matadors, man. They looking sharp, aren't they?
You sound jealous.
I'm a little jealous because they have a team barber, and it's one of the players, Ryan Naidu. He's got his guys looking right. That's right. Ryan Naidu has informally become the team barber. He told me that he stays busy. His guys are always wanting fresh cuts. Look at that fresh cut there. Looking sharp.
Hey, I had to make sure I got one.
Dude, look at the fade too, man.
Oh, that's a great fade.
Yeah, great work there. They have him. He has a line every day of the week, and he's even promoting himself, saying, "Lubbock, if you want a fresh cut, to reach out."
Hey, I should have went to him.
Yeah, dude, he's got his guys looking right out there, which is awesome. Across into the box, booted out, or headed out rather, by Nico Cross. He eliminated that cross there.
Well done.
There was a dad joke opportunity.
Nope,
I went for
that's
it.
why I said that.
But that does lead to the first signature stag corner kick
for Fort Worth.
For Fort Worth, signature stag voted the best men's store in Lubbock. Signature stag, your one-stop man shop. The 3rd corner kick of the ball game.
Stacking the box on the back post there for Fort Worth. Let's try to see if he swings it in over the top. Lubbock does have size there on that back line. Everyone over 6 feet tall.
So here's the boot. Schleffly grabs that, kind of deflects off the ground momentarily before he regains control. He got up there, dude.
Oh, there was never a doubt. He's got hops.
You got to have some hops if you're playing goal. And pregame, I saw him actually, and it's the same size goal everywhere you go in the NPSL and at this level. But before the game, he went out there and he measured. He raised his arms up, touched the top, went side to side. There has to be some goalkeeper superstition is what I'm getting to, right?
Put your gloves on one at a time.
One at a time, yeah. Put one sock on one at a time. One bit at a time. That was a horrible boot, but I tried
that was
it.
terrible.
That was my, yeah.
Yeah, you tried it though.
I tried.
Oh, as that ball just skips away. Huge miscommunication there.
By Fort Worth, and it's going to be a throw-in here for the Lubbock Matadors.
Cameron Garcia was not happy with that ball, how it was delivered to him. A little bit too much pace on there.
Nico Cross there with possession. Mozos don't stop. You can hear them all game. And that's part of what makes this place so special to play at. John, what do you got? Gonna go the other way.
Yep, going the other way. I was just about to say, too, it looks like Lubbock's kind of slowing it down a little bit more. I mean, I know who we're cheering for here, but I want to see Fort Worth press a little bit more, press a little bit harder.
Well, that's part of our broadcast, other than getting to interact with the fans in the comment section, is that we try to remain, even though we're wearing the home team, we try to remain unbiased as much as we can.
Correct.
And treat it like it's, you know, the biggest game, because it is the biggest game happening here in town.
Big game for Lubbock, wanting to keep that win streak alive. Bigger game for Fort Worth, wanting to get a very definitive road win.
Well, and you know, in the world of points, because points are so essential, where you're sitting at, where they're sitting at in the table, every game now matters, right? You have 5 matches left to make up as many points as you can, and so they're coming in here hungry. And this is their biggest game on their schedule right now. And same for the Lubbock Matadors. That ball gets cleared out.
You see that swarming pressure again from Lubbock. Fort Worth does great getting up the middle. You just cannot allow them to do that, as Plaxico just continues to run into at least 3 or 4 defenders.
Well, and that's what Coach David Ormiston wants. Suffocating defense, right?
Great control there, switching the field.
And then resetting is the Lubbock Matadors. Plaxico there, right on top of them.
Great turn there, getting into space.
Yep, quickly on this side of the field is
Great
Momo
tackle
Diop.
there.
Yeah, what a slide right there to poke that ball away by Copper West. Here come the Matadors, though, on this. Jamal Williams there. And I think we're going to have a signature stag corner kick. Signature stag, your one-stop man shop. This is the Matadors' 3rd signature stag corner kick, as he took a shoulder to the chest right there. Fort Worth doing whatever they can to prevent anything from happening for the Matadors.
Saw Lubbock get kind of cheeky, short passes on their last attempt. Stacking the back of the far post there.
Jack Thomas here with the boot. Spin on the ball. Kicked up by a Matador, and then losing possession, but quickly regaining it.
Cameron Garcia, defender, trying to bring the ball up. He does have a little bit of attacking prowess too, just wasn't able to find anybody there.
Mateo Francu there was the one that regained possession for the Matadors.
Oh, frustration there.
Dude, he was just running in between everybody right there.
Great ball.
Yep, and another chance by Jamal Williams, deflected, and we're gonna get another signature stag corner kick. Signature stag, your one-stop man shop. One of my favorite players, John, on this team this season, and it's because I'm a short guy, I'll admit it, is Jack Thomas. The dude is just a ball of energy. He's a little bit of everywhere, and he is so fun to watch. Of course, we're gonna have somebody new with the corner kick here today, Duvan Canchilla there. 25-year-old man, not 33, he's 25, and he does great things. He's wearing the captain band tonight. Great boot.
Great pace on that ball there.
Oh, Rhoda there. Big fire off the foot. We'll get another signature stag corner kick. It's the 5th of the game for the Lubbock Matadors.
Great pace on that ball from Duvan, trying to get it a little bit into the middle where that most of the bodies were, really. Big target there to hit, though.
They're so hard, those corner kicks. It's all about touch. It's all about ball placement. And these guys are nailing it here. Here's Mesfin Rhoda with the right foot.
Great
looking
ball.
For a header.
Great grab there.
Great grab there by Jacob Burkhill. Burkhill, the pride of Carson Newman University. He's got 1 yellow card this season. Getting
Lubbock immediately going to the attack there, right out of the back. Great ball.
I like that. It's hard to get a yellow card, though, for a goalkeeper, right? You got to go out there and do something.
You have to do a lot of something, actually.
Yeah.
As we're looking at a hydration break here.
Ooh. Hydration breaks this season are presented by United Express. Don't forget to fill up your tank at United Express. I had 50 cents off a gallon the other day at United Express.
Hey.
I know it. I did it right. I did it right. Make sure you go fill up your gas and your tank at United Express. As this is your hydration break here.
Made
in
sure
the first
to
half.
stop by there, actually, before I made my way out of town last weekend.
There you go. And actually, United Supermarkets and Express are the official grocery and convenience stores of the Lubbock Matadors. Visit United Supermarkets, Market Street, or Amigos to become a reward member today and use your points to save on groceries or fuel. They are proud to support the Lubbock Matadors, Lubbock's soccer team.
Assessment here from the second 15. A little bit more relaxed. Fort Worth looks like they actually have more composure here in terms of stopping Lubbock, not necessarily getting the ball at the field. Not just yet. They've had opportunities on goal, 2 shots. Again, we had the great saves there by Andre, but yeah, you want to see more of that from Fort Worth.
That's Tony Marola's group right there. He's coaching them hard. On the other side, it's Coach David Ormiston in his first year with the Lubbock Matadors. Not his first rodeo, though, in the Lone Star Conference. What is he coaching his guys down there, John? He's pointing towards the right side of the field a lot right now.
I talked about exploiting that in the pregame show. I mean, the left side of the formation is kind of weak for Fort Worth there. Get down the line as quickly as you can. And, I mean, hey, you got a new guy in the starting 11. Why not use him?
Absolutely. Yeah, you got a couple of new guys in the starting 11 tonight, and I love that these guys are earning their time on the field during training sessions. They're making it happen.
The intensity carries over. Iron sharpens iron.
Yep.
And you want your guys competing not only for their, he talked about it too. They're not trying to build tape. They're not trying to do any of that. They actively want to be on this squad.
Yeah, all of them do. They're playing for something bigger. And this year, you're looking at their new red kits this season. They got to design them for the first time ever, is what Dustin told me, that the team actually got to design the uniform and the way they look, and they wanted that, the classic pinstripe look this season. And I think it's cool that they got to have their hand in designing the jerseys.
Oh, yeah, it's a fantastic look, too. Kind of a stray away from, like, the solid colors that we were used to seeing.
Yeah.
White trim there. They have a mixture of bottoms and socks, too, so they can kind of mix up the looks however they want. Love that. As a person of style, yeah, I love that.
I don't have style. John has all the style, and so I'm glad that he approves of it.
Hey, you wanted to wear a tie tonight.
I did. We should have.
We should have.
I'm a guy that I have over 60 ties, so I would love to have worn one. Jack Thomas there on that far side, losing his feet. The whistles will blow, and it'll be a free kick from there. Hope Thomas is okay there.
Yep,
he has
yellow card there.
He has his right hand bandaged up. See it there on your screen. Thankfully, soccer is a sport where you don't use your hands. You know, I'm teaching my 5-year-old that's the #1 rule in soccer: no hands.
I didn't see who that yellow card was issued to.
Oh, there was a yellow card.
Yes, sir.
Of course, yellow cards are brought to you by Live Oak Animal Hospital. They are the game sponsor for tonight, and they had all the first kicks and all the things, and we'll get to interview them coming your way. Again, Live Oak Animal Hospital, your yellow card sponsor.
Great placement there. Such pace on that from Jack.
Duvon there, booting it forward, stolen away.
Great touch there.
Getting back on defense is the Matadors. Look at the numbers just go flying back for the team in red.
Lubbock just so quick to get back. You saw Conway, number 9 for Fort Worth, kick that ball out to the outside and take advantage of that line. Unable to send it in there. Great recovery by Lubbock. Great attack, too, by Fort Worth.
Was that Fort Worth with the yellow card there, John, you think?
Correct.
Just don't know who got called with it.
I do not. I'll check in the replay.
Again, leave us a comment here on the YouTube live stream. And if you're watching on My Lubbock TV, we're grateful that you're tuning in tonight and watching NPSL Lone Star Conference Soccer here on the South Plains. If you would be interested in interacting with us, make sure you get on over onto the YouTube channel. Burkill there with possession of the ball, and then boots it. He's got a strong leg. The wind no longer really a factor. Depends on what flag you look at across the way, John, on what way it's flowing.
Great job getting to the edge there. little bit of a hold up there. Reset, drop it back.
Still hung up on Naidu being the barber of the team. I'm looking at my notes to see other things that we could talk about from that. Momo, he was a part of the show the other day, and his family, he just grew up around the game. You know, tonight they got the Senegal flag out there debuting as Shalefli boots it. And his family, he grew up around the game. His grandfather played for Senegal's national team, and he was the captain of that team. His dad's oldest brother, his uncle, played for the national team, and even his dad played for a bit. And did some professional play as well. His roots in football go deep.
Oh, all in the family for sure.
Yeah.
Great tackle
and
there.
You see how great he is too. Thomas getting it to Momo Diop. Going to that right foot, blocked by the goalkeeper, Burkill. Burkill's been a busy man tonight, John.
Oh, absolutely.
Is that shot number 6?
Shot number 6. Oh, no, shot number 8, actually.
Oh, number 8. I need to be better about counting. Great save there by Burkill, though. He had to jump on it.
You saw there, Jack Thomas had a bevy of options there. Left side, right side, take your pick. And again, Lubbock's just so quick getting to that attacking third, not allowing Fort Worth to settle. Literally keeping them on their heels.
That ball getting headed up. And Fort Worth comes away with it. This is a team that the Matadors have played a lot in their head-to-head battles. The Matadors in their last 4 have gone undefeated against the Vaqueros. The last time they met was on August 6th, 2024. Scratch that. June 8th. Our season doesn't go all the way until August.
Yeah, it's
June 8th.
That date stamp is a little bit different.
It is a different date stamp, but the Matadors won that game 4-0. There was a draw between these two teams on the 5th, or June 24th. Looking for a cross.
Great ball.
Nobody home. That was a great ball right there, and it found a way to make its way through the gaps.
I mean, that's Lubbock kind of slicing and dicing that defense there. Again, we talked about exploiting the right side of the formation there. Fort Worth's left.
Getting some updates in our ear on Tech softball. They're up 1-0. Love to hear it. Going back to the head-to-head, though, the Matadors have had the Vaqueros number, is what I'm saying. The only time the Vaqueros have beaten the Matadors was back on the 5th, or it's getting me again, May 7th of 2022. It was one of the very first games here at Lowry Field at Plains Capital Park. It was a 3-1 victory for Fort Worth. And I remember that night, because the Matadors were so new, John, that they didn't have any rivalries yet, as we have a player down for the Fort Worth Vaqueros right now.
Izio coming on here. Appears to be a cramp.
Of course, cramps are a big thing this time of year. It's super hot outside. Got to stay hydrated and stay on top of it. It's a dry heat. I'm going back to that conversation about the head-to-head from May 7th, 2022. I thought that was at the end of that game when I was leaving here, John, I thought the Vaqueros were going to be the biggest rival that the Matadors have. Since then, the tables have kind of turned a bit. The Matadors have had their number, and of course, we've had a whole bunch of stories brew between like West Texas FC and Brownsville and all the things. Fort Worth, though, still a Lone Star Conference team, and of course, still a rival is what I'm trying to say.
Again, you can't hang your head too low, especially if you're losing to the number 9th ranked team in the nation, first off.
Who, the Matadors?
Oh, for Fort Worth, actually.
Yeah, Fort Worth.
Rough start to the season. You kind of string things together. You beat Arkansas on the road. You beat Arkansas at home. Kind of string things together as we have substitutions coming in.
Yes, substitutes are presented by Grease Monkey. There's no substitute for great service for you or your vehicle. Go see our friends at Grease Monkey today. Who's checked into the ball game here, John? I think that was a number 9 for the Vaqueros.
Let's see.
Great fans here. You see a bunch of young fans here.
Luis Perez is out.
Okay. Luis Perez is now out of the game. And we'll get you that substitute once we get the number here on Squatty. Or Squatty, if you don't have the app, Squatty is the app that you need to have if you're a fan of NPSL soccer, because that's where we get all of our information from a lot of times.
Artian Riafti.
He is a winger from St. Mary's University, has no yellow cards and no goals this season, but he's checked in the game. What number is he wearing, John?
Rifati is wearing number 11.
Number 11. Thank you, John. They have a lot of, you know, if you're looking at the Matadors roster, you got a lot of defenders, a lot of midfielders and forwards. If you're looking at the Vaqueros roster this season, Coach Tony Marola really got into the details of what each, you know, what each position is. You know, you got a left back, you got a striker.
Yeah, you got attacking mids, defensive mids. And
Yeah.
again, this all goes into the style of play that they have with 3 in the back, 5 in the middle, 2 up top. You want pressure. You want guys that are quick. You want to control that pace. With that midfield just being stretched as far wide as it is, you want people that can actually control the ball, stay good on the ball.
Throwing here for the Matadors. Yes, water/fire. Is that the Pope? Yes, that is Dylan dressed up as the Pope in the front row of the Mozos. He wore it the last match, and I was glad to see him wear it again here today.
Host of the Mozos podcast.
Did he wear it on the Mozos podcast?
No, he did not.
Okay.
It would have been a little too hot outside for
Dude,
that.
yeah. My family that came to the last match was asking about why he was wearing the Pope outfit, and I told him I didn't know, but I loved it. We'll have to ask him.
It's a running joke in the Discord.
Oh.
And they decided to do it, and they did it.
And I need to be on the Discord is what everybody's been telling me.
I keep telling you this.
What if I told you I downloaded the app, and it was sitting on my phone for so long that the phone undownloaded it?
That makes sense.
Yeah, seems about right. Par for the course with Devin here.
Great control here as I say that.
Ooh.
The commentator, Fort Worth, turns the ball over. Maintain possession, though.
Yeah, and it looked like a knee-to-knee contact there as the slide came in late from the Lubbock Matador. Struggling to get up is that Lubbock Matador. Here's your instant replay on. Oh, it was knee-to-knee. That hurt me. The Matador that's down is Tim Koshulip. Koshulip back. Has a little limp to him, but he's doing great. Here's your throw-in, though, for Fort Worth. Immediately going to Koshulip there. Matadors steal it away and regain possession.
That's got to be frustrating. Immediately losing possession like that after winning the ball back. Just unable to capitalize, unable to, I mean, truly exploit that top third there. I know they have 2 shots on goal, but you got to see more of that. Meanwhile, Lubbock going the other way with great control, great pass.
Yeah, here come the Matadors. Looking for a cross there. Regained by Momo Diop. The ball is still alive with Stefan Rube, though, with that pass. To Duvon. To Rhoda.
Rhoda's all over the place right now.
He is.
In a good way, in a good way.
Yes, yes. You have felt his presence here in the starting 11 here tonight. Kinchilla. To Thomas. Back to Thomas after a few passes. Finding his way to the center of the field, firing and deflecting off of a Fort Worth Vaquero.
Oh, no, wasting no time.
That ball's booted, and it's going to be a signature stag corner kick. Signature stag, your one-stop man shop. This is the Matadors' 6th corner kick today. Going to the comments here as we have a moment. Arthur saying, man, we're getting chances, just need to finish.
We talked about that with Coach.
We're going to have 3 more minutes of stoppage play, so here's your corner kick and plenty of time to make something happen here.
For both sides.
Yeah, that ball is spinning.
Oh,
had a
very
beautiful
close.
spin on it, dude,
Yeah.
and there is a...
Calling interference on that one.
Yep. There was at least 3 players down inside of the net right there.
Fort Worth doesn't need a lot of time to attack here. They can get the ball up the field very quickly. You got 3 minutes to do it.
Some of the comments here, John. Okay, John, I'm not going to read that. I will read Jared's, though, and Jared says, BEA, beautiful pass. I've learned, John. These comments are going to get me. I'll let you read it if you want to read it, though.
Lubbock aren't looking as strong as you thought, eh? Says John Green.
You got to say, A.
Eh?
A.
I mean, they're up 1-0 right now. And
They are, and they had a great start. You tip your cap to Fort Worth, though. They've made some in-game adjustments, and they've been able to slow down the storm that was the Matadors to start.
similar to the last match against Arkansas, too, they went to the bench probably quicker than they wanted to. Oh, great pass there over the top. But they went to the bench quicker than they wanted to. Again, adjustments slowly but surely. I mean, they're chipping away at what their game should be. You just want a little bit more controlled touches there if you're Fort Worth.
Here is the boot here by your goalkeeper. Andre Schleffly.
Another touch to the outside too, getting down the line very quickly. Fort Worth's not playing as wide as they normally would.
No, and the Matadors are quick in the way they want to make things happen on the offensive end. It seems like they are pushing it forward at a fast rate.
And honestly, the way that Lubbock, this touch there.
And booted out of bounds. Right play there by the defender for the Matadors. Just make them reset.
I was going to say, how Fort Worth was playing against Arkansas is how Lubbock is playing right now. Just all attack, all pressure, all intensity.
The Vaqueros again wearing the all yellows tonight. I like the yellow kits because it's easy to see the numbers, John.
Oh, absolutely. Black numbers there.
Yeah. Same with the red kits.
Almost another chance there. Great breakaway here.
Yeah, Rhoda. Oh. And there's going to be another yellow card. Yellow cards this season are presented to you by Live Oak Animal Hospital. Live Oak, the presenting sponsor tonight of tonight's match. Who was the offender there, John?
Copper West.
Okay.
Again, I talked about frustration fouls there. Just got beat. Simple turn going down the middle, and West just gets in there, and silly foul there from him.
That is the second yellow card for Fort Worth. That is the second yellow card for Copper West as well this season. The pride of Salem University. Is that his first, what you're saying?
No, you're correct.
Oh, okay. Here's the instant replay on it, though.
Just a little bit late.
Well, you know, when in those instant replays, you're looking for, did he make contact with the ball?
It's hard to say. I mean,
yeah.
That play happening so quickly. And again, it looked like he was just a tad bit late there.
Comments coming in saying Vaqueros from John Green, Matadors from Arthur, and weak yellow card from Zach Workman. Is that going to do it for the first half?
That'll bring it into the half. Another foul there, actually.
Will be another foul. Matador fans booing right now as they're talking to the officiating crew. Here's your instant replay again. Rhoda. There you go. So you saw your instant replay right there. All right, we need to make sure that we wrap this up quick because we've got a halftime interview coming your way, and of course a lot of things happening with Live Oak Animal Hospital. John, put a bow on the first half for us as the Matadors are up 1-0.
Lubbock domination. Fort Worth waking up a little late, but I mean, you see the intensity out there. A little bit of frustration on the Vaqueros side. Lubbock's on top, 1-0.
Yellow kits and yellow cards. Got 2 yellow cards there in the first half. That was the comment there. John liked it. Of course, Matadors on top 1-0 when we returned. I've noticed this season the Matadors have been a second half team, and that's what you want to see, right?
We'll see more of it.
Hopefully we do. Coming your way, we're about to have an interview with Live Oak Animal Hospital. You want to stick around for that. We'll be back with more on the Lubbock Matador YouTube channel and on My Lubbock TV. We'll be back with more right after this. Matadors on top 1-0.
When you hear the word cancer for the first time, suddenly every moment matters.
How do I tell my family?
Where do I go for the best treatment?
At Covenant Health, you're never alone.
Covenant's cancer team is made up of the finest oncology specialists in the region, armed with state-of-the-art technology so you can stay close to home for the most advanced treatment available.
Cancer care at Covenant Health, because when you hear the word cancer, every moment matters.
The hunger to win is fueled by a chance to compete and the thrill of the action. The cheers from the crowd energize our team and push them on to victory. Whether it's the pre-game excitement of tailgating or the post-game euphoria of winning celebrations, United Supermarkets always brings an A-game to your party. From kickoff to tip-off and the final buzzer to the last out, United Supermarkets is proud to feed the competitive spirit.
The Lubbock Matadors are all about partnering with local businesses and investing in the community.
Being a local business, it was really important to us, not only to support Dustin and his family, the Matador Soccer Club.
All right, welcome back. Lubbock Matadors on top of the Fort Worth Vaqueros, 1-0 at the halftime break. We get Dr. Eric Cunningham joining us again. Tonight is Live Oak Animal Hospital night, and we're super excited that you're here with us again.
Yeah, I hope I'm not wearing out my welcome. I was here
we love having you here.
So, it was Two Dogs last time. It's Live Oak this time, so I'm super happy to be here. Obviously, we love the Matadors.
Y'all do. And as we're talking tonight, let's show what's happening out there on the field, because this is a great halftime tradition that the Matadors have. They have three Matador players versus 110 kids. The kids range from 6 to 12. Do the Matadors have a chance?
I don't think so. That's a lot of kids. Like we were saying, if it's the men versus the gorilla, I'm taking the gorilla all day. But in soccer, I think I'm going with the kids in this one.
So we had a first kick tonight that was featuring Avery the dog. Avery has been somebody that's come, or a dog that's come out here a couple times.
Yep.
They spiked the ball on the ground, and she used both of her paws, and she got the first kick out of the way.
She's a seasoned veteran. She just showed up on game day right there. A lot of treats, a lot of repetition. That's how it works, yeah.
My question was, how do you train a dog to do that? My dog knows how to sit. As a vet yourself, you might have the key to victory there.
Yeah, I think
a lot of treats.
Anna Gibson's her owner. She does a great job for us out at Live Oak, and she's been working with her, and they've been practicing for this moment.
Absolutely. Is there anything special tonight that Live Oak Animal Hospital did for the fans?
Yeah, absolutely. So, in fact, we've got discounted spay and neuter vouchers, which is actually a tremendous deal. So, I mean, it's probably $100 off per voucher. They're free to anybody that wants to go down there and get one. So it's very discounted spays and neuters, and we're just trying to kind of do what we can do to give back, make sure these dogs are getting spayed and neutered.
Well, and speak to how important that is, because if somebody might be on the fence about getting their dog spayed or neutered, that's a huge thing to do. You need to do it.
It is. The vast majority of dogs that we see that are stray around the city, they're not spayed or neutered. So it's a great way to make sure your pet stays in your yard and is going to be safe. There's some medical reasons for it as well. So all around, if you want to have a good pet, at some point it's good to get them spayed and neutered.
Absolutely. Live Oak Animal Hospital is proud to serve all of West Texas with 3 full-service locations. Where are you guys at in those 3 different locations?
Doing great. So we've got 3 locations. We've got the main clinic on 98th and Slide. We've got 113th in Indiana. We've got a new clinic this year called Midtown. It's on 50th and Utica. So we're kind of all over town. So anything you need, we can take care of. We also have a mobile unit that I wanted to say. So
yes,
we have a mobile service. You can give us a call, and we will come out to your house and do the services at your house.
Doesn't matter if you're in town or out in the country, Live Oak Animal Hospital, you are the guys that are going to take care of everybody's pets.
We try.
That's awesome. And y'all are community-based. They're locally owned. That's what you need to know. If you want to support locally owned people, Dr. Eric Cunningham and his team at Live Oak Animal Hospital is it. Always accepting new patients?
Always. Always accepting new patients, always accepting walk-ins. So you can
great.
walk in anytime. We've got extended hours, Monday through Friday. We're open until 8 o'clock at night. Saturday is 8 in the morning till 5, and then Sunday is actually noon to 5. So we've got a lot of availability.
That's awesome. Again, they've been one of the partners for a long time with the Lubbock Matadors, and from a guy that's been sitting in this seat for the last 4 years, thank you for what you've done for this organization.
You bet. We absolutely love it. We're excited for the future.
Absolutely, and the future is right now. Matadors up 1-0. What were your thoughts on that first half?
I thought it was great. I love how we're attacking. Pretty much the entire game was played down on that side of the field, which is great. They're trying to pack it in, and I think we're gonna get them worn out.
The Matadors have been known as a second-half team this season,
That's
and
right.
so we're going to see more of that. Dr. Cunningham, thank you for coming on again. Live
bet.
Oak Animal Hospital night. Here, you want your face in the place. You get to see so many cool different things happening here every single home match. When we return, we'll have more Lubbock Matador soccer coming your way. They're up 1-0 on top of the Fort Worth Vaqueros. You're watching on My Lubbock TV and on the Lubbock Matador YouTube channel.
The hunger to win is fueled by a chance to compete and the thrill of the action. The cheers from the crowd energize our team and push them on to victory. Whether it's the pre-game excitement of tailgating or the post-game euphoria of winning celebrations, United Supermarkets always brings an A-game to your party. From kickoff to tip-off and the final buzzer to the last out, United Supermarkets is proud to feed the competitive spirit.
The Lubbock Matadors are all about partnering with local businesses and investing in the community.
Being a local business, it was really important to us, not only to support Dustin and his family, the Matador Soccer Club.
When you hear the word cancer for the first time, suddenly every moment matters.
How do I tell my family?
Where do I go for the best treatment?
At Covenant Health, you're never alone.
Covenant's cancer team is made up of the finest oncology specialists in the region, armed with state-of-the-art technology so you can stay close to home for the most advanced treatment available.
Cancer care at Covenant Health, because when you hear the word cancer, every moment matters.
Welcome back into the booth. Dev Morty here alongside Jonathan Bocanegra. It's halftime, baby, and the Matadors are up 1-0 on top of the Fort Worth Vaqueros. John, great interview with Dr. Eric Cunningham moments ago. We've been watching the 3 versus 110, and I think the 110 kids got the victory 2-0.
They took it 2-0, and we talked about having the numbers, and they most certainly did.
Well, the Matadors, the 3 players almost had one put it in the back of the net.
They should have. I mean, you got to take those chances when you have it.
That's what Coach Ormiston would say, right?
That's probably what he would
Hey,
say.
take those chances when you have the chances. Speaking of chances, the Matadors had a lot of opportunities in that first half. The Vaqueros did have a few opportunities as well, but if you're looking at the stats, numbers don't lie, and the Matadors had a lot of opportunities in that first half.
More shots on goal equals 1 goal, 1-0 at the half for Lubbock. But if you're Fort Worth, the only highlight you have is 2 yellow cards right there. And at 35th minute, 47th minute, Copper West getting that second one. And it's not really anything you want to boast about.
Yeah.
But you had a little bit more control. Last 5 minutes of the half, you saw a little bit more of what Fort Worth can actually be capable of.
Okay, we have like 15 seconds to wrap this up before we got to go to another commercial break. John, keys to victory for both teams, real quick.
You want to get the pace going. Fort Worth plays out of the backs. Just start going over the top. Start attacking a little bit more.
Okay, that less than 15 seconds. Great job. That was the Matadors Keys to Victory presented by Mears Mazda Volvo. When we return, second half action coming your way from Lowry Field at Plains Capital Park. How's it? Welcome back. We're live, and first kick of the second half is moments away. But if you're ready for a new car or truck but want to do business with a local auto dealer who does business the right way, make sure you check out this amazing sponsor. The Gene Messer Auto Group is here for you. Gene Messer started the company more than 50 years ago and has served the people here in Lubbock and West Texas proudly. Their philosophy was to do business the right way, the West Texas way. Choose a Ford, Lincoln, Toyota, Chevrolet, Hyundai, or Volkswagen, or even a Kia. They always have a vehicle that you're looking for, born out of a small West Texas town with roots still here today. The Gene Messer Auto Group. They're one of our tremendous sponsors. Here comes the Vaqueros, blocked by Schleffly. It was an offsides, John.
Great pace there. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there.
No, you're good. So we ended that break because we had a quick comeback after the interview with Dr. Cunningham.
I was
He
checking
gave
for
the keys to the
subs.
match and for the Lubbock Matadors. But what are the keys to the match for the Fort Worth Vaqueros here to finish out?
I mean, you want to do what you just did just a second ago. Get back in there as fast as you can. Again, they play very strongly from the back. Bring that attack up. Lubbock almost has a chance there.
You're right.
So you'll see it from here. Fort Worth just attacking that back line. Great
Mozo-
dump off pass there.
Mozos, the drum continues to beat here with the fans, and that's what makes this place such an electric atmosphere, is the support of the fans. You know, there is an event happening that the people of this area are well known of, right? It's a big night here on the South Plains with another sporting event, but yet what the whole point of this story is, John, is that people still turned out tonight. An amazing crowd here once again for the second opener, or the home open. I keep saying home opener. The second home match of the season.
It's the home opener for me.
It's the home opener for John, but it's the second home match of the season for this crew, and a great crowd, as you see there on the camera angle by our amazing crew at Lubbock ICTV.
Marco Guzman was leading the attack on Fort Worth's last possession here as the ball's going to be sent in.
Yeah, here's you a free kick.
Bodies on the back post there.
Trying to head it up in the air.
Just floating in the box.
On Fort Worth. Great start with this minute 45 here going.
Guzman again sending the ball in. Great touch.
Yeah, what a great soft touch there to be able to remain in control and in possession of it. That is Parker Plexco, your attacking mid. You know, looking at this,
I did note him as a player to watch for Fort Worth. Very quiet tonight. Maybe a couple of good runs there from him. Good passing going to the outside on the first chance that Fort Worth had, but quiet ever since.
looking at the schools that Fort Worth players attend outside of playing for the Vaqueros, Lubbock Christian is a name that pops up a handful of times on this roster, John. And there's a couple of names on this Fort Worth Vaqueros roster that stand out from last year's Lubbock Matadors roster. You got Ugo Staunton on there. They invaded the Lubbock region for their roster is what I'm saying.
They knew what's up. Again, we saw improvement from Fort Worth. Again, starting off 2 losses, not a good look. Slowly kind of built everything back up, but they have, they have the facilities, they have the people in the right places there. We were talking about Coach Tony
Marola
putting his squad together. Great selection for them tonight too. They are missing a couple of their normal starters, but I talked about the super subs coming off the bench being starters for them. We haven't seen Jaramillo check in yet either, so keep an eye out for him.
There's new names on both sides of the field today, or on the rosters for both these teams, and I like that because that shows the depth within this team.
I mean, you're 18 players deep.
It takes 3 hours to come up with your starting 11. That is insane.
It's a good problem to have, though.
It's apparently the hardest job that Coach Ormston has, is coming up with your starting 11. Again, we thank you for tuning in tonight on My Lubbock TV. It's the first time this season that we've been on My Lubbock, and we're grateful for our My Lubbock audience. And then, of course, on YouTube, our subscriber goal is 665. John, we need to get an update on if we've reached our subscriber goal, so that maybe we could set a new goal.
I got you.
He's going to give us a discount double check here. Got Zach Fox to our right over here, rocking the captain band. He had the coin flip tonight. He said, was it a heavy coin is what it was, Zach? Okay, kind of flipped a few times sideways. At the end of the day, Fort Worth won the coin flip. That's what we need to know.
645.
645, okay.
Yeah.
So we're 20 out from reaching the subscriber goal. Make sure you hit subscribe, you hit like, you hit share. Just do what you need to do. Get the word out that we're here tonight. That ball rolls out of bounds, and we'll have a goal kick by the goalkeeper, Andre Schleffly. Schleffly is a redshirt senior, attends Western Oregon, his hometown of Houston. Big drastic difference between the two cities, Western Oregon and then Houston. I could imagine Western Oregon is a beautiful university to go to school at.
Oh, I mean, playing time too probably equals into that equation.
Yeah, playing time.
And you see it, it shows. A lot of what we bring this season with Lubbock, poise, composure, just seeing guys that have been to places, won titles, and have seen they know how to win, basically.
Yep, Texas just took the lead in the game. It's now 2-1, and I do apologize to Andre Shalefli. He's on this side of the field.
Yeah.
They flip sides of the field on me, John. You got to call me out like that.
They do that
man.
regularly, Devin.
They do it. They do it at, once a half. I need to hold myself accountable there. Officiating crew tonight coming from the Dallas-Fort Worth area. All of the officiating crews this season in the Lone Star Conference will most likely be coming from that area. And that's a drive. Every time they come to the hub city, that's 5 hours here, 5 hours back, John. You make that drive quite often to go see your brother.
Oh, yeah, that's where I was last weekend.
That's where you and Joe, happy birthday, by the way.
Thank you.
I'm going to give a guess. Let me give it a guess. Pressure. I should not go to Vegas. You're 35.
I'll take it.
Well, how old are you, John?
I'm 36.
36. Amber, Amber didn't help me out over there. She was standing behind you holding up a 3 and a 5, John. She led me up to failure.
Prior to that turnover, we saw the first touch of the half for Parker Plexco. Great touch over the top.
Yeah, here comes the Matadors. Jack Thomas out ahead with a right foot. Yes, sir! G-O-A-L. Goal! Jack Thomas, celebrate and dance. You're up 2-0. That comes in the 52nd minute. Jack Thomas, he went from right foot to left. He puts it in the net, and the Matadors, they extend their lead. It's 2-0.
Thomas has been working himself into space. You'll see it here in the replay in a second. Just being in the right place at the right time. No, sniffing it out. Great through ball there. No pressure from the back line.
Oh, he went left to right. I had it backwards there.
Burkill just didn't know what to do in a 1v1 right there.
What
nice little toe poke getting in there, sneaking the
what an assist too, right?
Oh,
They've been trying
pass.
to work that through ball all night, and for it finally connected there. Bang! It's a goal for the Matadors. Sorry, I've been watching too much ESPN NBA basketball. Fort Worth looking to respond, though. Plexco trying to push the ball forward.
Great ball to the edge there.
Able to
Throwing
keep
the
it
box.
alive. Good stuff. That's just tenacity and effort. That was a number 7 there. John, do we have a number 7 in the subs for the Fort Worth Vaqueros?
Yep, and that's what I was trying to check earlier before the half. That's Jaramillo, actually.
Okay. He's one of the names that I had on my list that you need to know for the Fort Worth Vaqueros. Francisco Jaramillo, he's a forward from Lubbock Christian, scored 2 goals this season.
He had a fantastic assist against Arkansas last weekend, too. Just tight touches, concise touches in the box, finding a player on the opposite post.
Most of the time, I'd be cheering for that young man, right? Go Shaps, but tonight he's wearing the all-yellow kit and playing for the opposing team. Again, Jaramillo checking in the game. We're number 7 for Fort Worth. He's a forward. Looking for some comments here on the live stream. I'm going to have to hit the live button on it. I was looking at the subscriber count. We're at 631 now, John. Is that lower than what you had?
A little bit lower.
Yeah, you had 640.
Yeah. Backline is packed there for Fort Worth, just not allowing any movement, any space. Silly foul there. No foul.
Quick throw in there and booted up into the air. Just throwing his foot up in the air and making contact with it was Tim Kaluship.
Great job there by Duran.
Great job by the coach of the Fort Worth Vaqueros, Tony Marola. Scooped that up, got it ready to get back into play. Well, and I say that he got to get it ready to get back up into play. They took their time throwing that one in there, John.
Again, with that formation being so wide, just everybody trying to push up the field a little bit quicker. But they did kind of take their time there. Lubbock with the counter.
Joe saying thanks for the shout out, Devin. Yeah, happy birthday. Which twin is older?
Me.
By how much?
By a full 60 seconds.
Heyo. Adri saying, woo, go Matadors, and your brother saying nasty work. That was some nasty work. It was great work by the Lubbock Matadors.
Limited pressure here from Fort Worth. You normally see those 2 forwards there just trying to get to the back line as quickly as they can.
A lot of traffic right there, and it was momentarily cleared out. Trying to go over the goalkeeper, and did he do it? He did! Shooting it from the parking lot.
Almost.
It was called off. I got excited. The smoke is going up in the air. It was rightfully so willing to celebrate that.
No, there was a foul before the shot.
Oh, man. That was 55 yards out, John.
Full disappointment from the Moses there.
Full disappointment. Hey, look, I reined it in, dude. That is growth by me, dude. You love to see it.
I was waving you down.
You did. Actually, you gave me like the side wave. Joe Telez saying, let's go Matadors. Brian saying, Jack is both of my son's favorite players, and I know they're going crazy in the stands. I can see why he's a favorite player, right?
Oh, Thomas is just poise on the ball, great movement off the ball, and vision like no other.
I think we had a substitution is what they just announced. Of course, substitutions this season are presented by Grease Monkey. There's no substitute for you or your vehicle. Go see our friends at Grease Monkey today.
No substitution for great service at Grease Monkey.
Leighton Thomas, I believe that's got to be family. Jack, get in, Jack. Don't mind being awake at 3 in the morning when you do that. That's awesome, dude. Of course, looking at my roster here, Jack is from Whittington, England. So I guess 3 a.m. in England, huh? I see you doing some substitutions. Of course, substitutions brought to you by Grease Monkey. John. Why did I say Josh? John, hit us with that.
That happens a lot. It looks like Billinat came in, number 12, according to the PA.
For the Lubbock Matadors, Stefan Billinak, of course, he was one of your Signature Stag man of the match. I believe that was against Brownsville. Speaking of Signature Stag, here's a Signature Stag corner kick. Signature Stag, your one-stop man shop. The second Signature Stag corner kick of the game for the Vaqueros. Great boot there into the center of the box. Mesfin Rhoda clears it. Owen on the other end.
Right idea. The stack was a little too tight there in the box.
Dude, I love that Jamal Williams was there just hovering around waiting for a miscommunication to happen. Arthur saying, let's go Jack Thomas in all caps, and then Grace
there
saying,
goes Thomas
wow.
again.
Speaking of Thomas, say dog, see dog. That ball rolls, and it looks like it's going to be...
Throw in for Lubbock.
Is it gonna, yeah, it's going to be a throw-in for the Matadors, just right there hugging that flag. If it just went a little bit farther to the right, it would have been a corner kick. See what kind of arm you got, Jack. You've been killing it all night. See what kind of arm you got. That ball booted right back to him.
Offside there.
Offside's call. Up next for your Lubbock Matadors, they're about to hit the road for what is the 4th time this season. They'll be taking on West Texas FC in Game 6 of the season on June 7th. Mozos are going to be making a trip over to Midland. It's for El Dustico trophy.
It's back.
It's back, baby. It's
Not a Lubbock, but
it is the Golden Tumbleweed Trophy that the Matadors and West Texas FC compete for every year. And sadly, it's over there in Midland, but I know the Matadors want to get it back this year.
Counter here. Foul on the ball. No call there. That's interesting from the ref.
Of course, that was Parker Plaxco there.
And again, every time he's getting the ball, he's just getting hammered. Literally, we saw in that last possession. Great move there.
Yeah, Momo Diop there. Man, he's just, it looks like he's out there ice skating, dude, just gliding his way through the traffic.
2 motors strapped to his back, I'm sure. He's
and
just
they're
constantly
both,
going.
And they're both on all the time, right?
Absolutely. Put that premium in there.
He put that premium gasoline in there. He's paying extra at the pump. You don't have to pay extra for pump, though, if you use our friends at United Supermarkets and United Express. Use their discount points. Matador fans, what you do need to know is that Cotton Court Hotel by Valencia Hotel Collection is your go-to for a game day hangout or a post-game stay. Located in the heart of downtown Lubbock, you can enjoy cold drinks and delicious bites at the midnight shift or unwind in a luxurious room full of Texas charm. Scan the QR code that is on the right side of your screen whenever they pan the camera over there to the right for exclusive fan rates. It is right next to our camera operator right over there on the right side. John, do you see it?
I do.
Cotton Court. Go see our friends at Cotton Court. John, have you counted how many signs we got out here this year?
No, but I have a feeling you're going to tell me.
I did, and I kind of did it in the first half. 52 of them.
Great sponsorship. Great partners, too.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And when your safety and your family safety matters, there's one of the signs that you could trust out there, and that's the Hub City Body Shop's Gold Class Certified Collision Center to get your vehicle back on the road. They say, make it pretty, call Hub City. Make sure to call our friends.
Shout out to Dan.
Dan, is he with Hub City Body Shop?
Yes, he is.
Shout out to Dan. Matadors with possession here.
Putting more of an attack together from there. Physicality in the middle has been brutal. As you see another hit there.
Oh, speaking of physicality, that was a big physical play there by Cameron Garcia, the center back.
Talked about the frustration again from Fort Worth, just kind of letting the game slip away from them a little bit.
Oh,
great
Jack
two-touch there.
Yeah,
as
Jack
he goes
Thomas.
down the box, looks for the call.
He was bobbing and weaving, Euro stepping his way through the traffic. Man, that was beautiful.
Good job on him, though, getting right back up. I like to see more of that.
The LBK chants are underway here at Lowry Field at Plains Capital Park. I'm anxious to hear tonight's total attendance. As that ball gets booted up into the air. And right back to the Fort Worth goalkeeper. Goalkeeper tonight again for the Vaqueros is Burkle. There you go.
Burkle, yeah.
Jacob Burkle from Carson Newman University.
Silly foul there from Jack. You're not seeing Fort Worth get up the field as quickly as they usually do. It's a bit of a concern, especially with us approaching the 62nd minute right here.
It's feeling similar to the start of the first half, right? Except I feel like the Fort Worth Vaqueros had a little bit more punch to start that second half,
Well,
right?
you see Lubbock now just kind of tightening the screws on marking their men, just moving up the field. They're meeting them.
It's the methodical approach.
Well, they're meeting them at the halfway line. Like, as soon as Fort Worth gets the ball, no one's able to turn. You can't create space. And again, we talked about Plaxico just not being able to get any opportunities off the ball.
Want to give a shout out to the assistant coaching staff this season for the Lubbock Matadors. The Matadors have four assistant coaches officially on the roster. I love to give Jake Willits a hard time on the coaches show about his beard. It's a legendary beard. I don't know if he's used to having a beard. I don't know why it's a big conversation point, but it is.
Probably not.
I think he looks great with the beard.
Oh, loose touch there.
And then Nate Dogg. Roof, roof.
Shout out to Nate Dogg.
Shout out to Nate Dogg. Coach told us to give him a shout out. We'll get all the official names of the assistant coaches this season, but they make the difference with these clubs and these teams, right? They're the ones that help keep this a well-oiled machine. Jack Thomas from deep. Diving to the right and just out of the reach of the goalkeeper there.
He keeps finding those, again, he's a small man, but somehow he just finds his way into those pockets and just a little bit of space there. You see here in the replay. Great first touch there to get the ball in front of him. Just probably a little bit more power attached to that. Accuracy just all over the place with it too. But
I like that shot.
He keeps finding those pockets of space. He keeps getting in where Fort Worth isn't.
He's a ball player, man. That's what it comes down to. You can tell. Poked away by the defense of Fort Worth, but
Great
back
control
into
there by Dion.
Yeah, he is special when he's got the ball and he's dribbling it. That's just a little bit ahead of Mesfin Rhoda, and that's going to roll out of bounds, a goal kick. There's a few names on this roster this year for the Lubbock Matadors that are going to continue and will play high-level professional ball one of these days. And if you're a Matador fan, you need to take in these moments with these players because this is something special here.
I mean, you see the talent on the field, the composure, the ability to maintain the game plan, and that's just go at the neck of Fort Worth. You're already up 2-0. Go at the neck of Fort Worth and stick to the game plan. Again, it comes from the coaching, the practices. They take them as seriously as they do the matches, and you're seeing it out there right now with the 11 that we have on the field.
We're going to have to give a signature Stag man of the match tonight. That's something that we got to be thinking about over the course of this game. I tried to put it on Coach in the last game, and I thought Dustin gave me a name in the last game. I heard wrong. So John, we got to come up with one throughout the course of today's game.
I mean, I might be inclined to give it to Jack Thomas again, just his ability to – he's changing the shape of that back line. I know there's only 3 back there, but he's basically having his way with them. Sure, you like to see the ball put in the back of the net. I was talking to some fans at the half. You're getting these chances, but you want to see a little bit more goals.
What about the midfield? I feel like the midfield's played really well today for the Matadors, right? I feel like Duvon has been out there coaching out there on the field if you're watching him.
I mean, that's what you want from your captain, too. As you can see him kind of coaching it right here. He's on the 30-yard line on our left-hand side. But again, keeping that shape, preventing Fort Worth from doing anything, basically. They're stifling them.
Scoring goals on the field starts with solid defense, just like in life, and the Jonathan Shaw Agency is here to protect your home, auto, life, and retirement. Trusted coverage, championship service. Call us today, your defense off the field. Matadors with possession on their side of the field. John is scrolling through the YouTube comment section here. Grace was the last one to comment. Thank you, Grace.
I love the discourse, though, from both sides.
Yeah.
We got Vaqueros fans here. We got Matadors fans here.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
If we have fans of other teams, too, shout it out.
Yeah, well, and actually, you know what we haven't done today? Let us know where you're watching from.
Oh, yeah.
The stream goes far and wide. Momo Diop here getting fancy with the footwork and bending it great. Just right into the arms of the goalkeeper.
12 shots on the night for Lubbock. At least 8 of those on goal.
That's crazy.
Again, it's great to see all of that in there. I know Coach would love to see more of them in the back of the net. You could easily be up 4-0, 5-0.
Well, the last game against Arkansas, I tipped my cap to the goalkeeper because the goalkeeper kept them in that match. Jack Thomas had about 5 yellow banana jerseys there that he was having to dance around. All right, the final score of the softball game tonight, 2-1. Texas beats the Red Raiders.
Fantastic season.
Well, it's not done. It's a best-of-3 series.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
It's a best-of-3 series, so they'll be back at it tomorrow.
Softball's not my sport.
Dude, I've been locked into it, man. It has been so fun. I've learned all about the rise ball, the screwball, all of them, man. And when you watch them pitch, you see it as it's happening. Once you learn how it looks, it's kind of cool. You've seen it here on the soccer field, right? The way people are able to bend the ball and
there's technique involved in everything.
Everything. And in soccer, too, or in football, rather, it's all about the fine details, right? It's all about the angle that you attack the ball and how you spin it and all the different things. It's going to go. The ball is going to stay with the Matadors.
Outside of that, tactics-wise, it looks like Lubbock's doing everything they want to do on the pitch. We had Jack Thomas almost have a shot at goal there. Mishandled touch there, coming back in to play. And Lubbock's just exploiting that middle. We talked about the 3-5-2 kind of gumming things up. And
oh, sorry, I saw Jamal Williams and got excited. Finish your thought.
But we talked about the 3-5-2 kind of stopping everything from happening in the middle. And again, as you see there, dispossessed again.
Yeah, physical play there by Momo Diop. Mesfin Rhoda losing his feet, and they'll stop the play there. So the ball will be placed at about the 21-yard line. Is this a place where the ball is going to be placed for a free kick, John, that you go for the net?
You could, with Momo having that range.
It's going to be on this left hash mark, it looks like, or maybe just right on the other side of it. Official talking to Fort Worth Vaquero.
3 players around it, so you can see a little bit of trickery.
Oh, you see a whole lot of conversation happening between those 3. That's big-time stuff right there, and communication's essential.
You see a little discussion there. Momo not taking that free kick. Probably looking to send it in back post.
Got Jack Thomas right there and Mesfin Rhoda. Last game, we saw them do like a little stutter step, and the other one took it. So Jack is peeling around right there. Headed up to a wide-open Jack Thomas. This was a set piece. Oh!
Well done. Great execution there. You probably want that to come down a little bit sooner if you're Jack. But nonetheless, a couple of seconds cost him there on that cross.
So we have a signature stag corner kick. Signature Stag, your one-stop man shop. Matadors' 7th signature stag corner kick. Of course, Signature Stag was voted the best men's store in Lubbock. That's a strong boot right there. Headed back up, still alive. Gathered in by Burkle. Grace saying, I'm from Houston. Ryan, the barber, is my boyfriend. He doesn't let me cut his hair. Oh, Burkle hurting there a little bit.
He took a bit of a knock there.
I'm gonna ask Grace. I'm gonna ask Ryan to give me a haircut on one of the coaches' shows one day.
That would be excellent. I would actually
You think
like to see that a
you
lot.
think that would be some good content? Be like, Ryan, don't take too much off the top. I'm losing it, man. Physical play down there in the box. Great
Burkle's
job.
slow to get up.
Burkle's still struggling.
Took a nasty hit there. Waved the referee off, though. Tough kid.
Grace, I think he should let you cut his hair. I think that's what needs to happen. I think, speaking of Ryan, I think Ryan's probably about to check into the game. We have a substitute coming in. And Ryan is checking into the ball game. Of course, substitutions this season are brought to you by Grease Monkey. There's no substitution for you or your vehicle. They give you great service at Grease Monkey. Go see our friends.
No substitution for great service at Grease Monkey.
Was that Duvon that came off? Yes, it was.
Okay, there you go. So Duvon checked out of the ball game. Of course, checking in is Ryan Naidoo. Ryan was the signature stag man of the match. Is it Naidoo or Naidoo? I think it's Naidoo. Ryan Naidoo. He's a midfielder. He's a graduate student. He's 5'9" from Houston, Victoria, South Africa, home country. Great through ball to Jack Thomas. Great save. Wow, moments ago he was in a lot of pain. Tip your cap to Burkle. What a save. Jack Thomas almost scored again. So you just had a sub check into the ball game. We're about to have 2 more subs check into the game for Fort Worth. You want to feel their energy here in the last 20 minutes, John.
Yeah, they're going into the reserves here.
Here's Thomas looking for a cross, and there's another corner kick. Finish your thought, John.
We have Jake Ruckert coming in, number 14, and number 17, Dylan Cabrera.
Jay from South Africa. Ryan once gave me a haircut for free. I need to get a haircut from Ryan, dude. Apparently he is busy every week. Here's your signature stag corner kick, signature stag, your one-stop man shop. I'll get the accurate number here as that ball goes a little far.
That'll be the 8th
That is
corner
the
kick.
8th, yes, the 8th corner kick. Of course, signature stag voted the best men's store
We have subs
in
coming
Lubbock.
in.
Signature stag kills it in the polo game. Love me a good signature stag polo. What about you, John?
I can't wait to get one. I've seen them. I've been waiting and waiting.
Sean is talking to the goalkeeper over there. Sean Dillon. Of course, here's your substitutions for the Fort Worth Vaqueros that John was just reading out the names. Gray saying we had it right the first time, so it's Naidoo. Ryan Naidoo checking into the ball game. I need to change that in my pronunciation sheet. For some reason, when they did the team pronunciation list, it sounded like he said Naidoo that day. So I'm glad you helped me out there with that, Grace. It's Naidoo. Again, make sure if you're watching the Matadors tonight and you're not subscribed, leave a subscription on the channel. It'd mean the world to us as we're trying to reach a new goal of 665 tonight on the call. Thomas looking for a cross, blocked by the defender. Matadors continuing to play deep in the area of the zone of the Fort Worth Vaqueros.
Yeah, Jamie Thompson and Joe Conway coming off, number 9 and 10 for the Vaqueros. Substitution for speed here.
There was a substitute for Mesfin Rhoda as well, as that ball is lifted and over to Jack Thomas. That ball poked away by the Vaqueros, and they're going to reset here. Solid boot.
Foul on the play.
Just getting a little too physical, huh?
That's been my assessment for the last 15 there. You want that kind of contact. You want that intensity, but you got to kind of channel that. You got to kind of channel that into something productive, and Fort Worth so far has not been able to do that.
We're getting physical. I've been waiting for my chance to sing tonight. I apologize to the audience.
Hey, you got it.
It was better than I Saw the Sign in the first half, right?
That's a 90s classic, though.
I saw the sign. Put me on America's Got Talent, man. I'm ready. Go Ryan, says Yvette, 4:23 in the morning. Yvette, good to see you in the comments. I remembered that I was going to remember your name. That's mom of Ryan.
Hey.
Put that down in my notes. When Yvette comments, make a comment.
Great touch there on the edge.
Yeah, what a save there to keep that ball alive.
Oh, half switch not completed all the way. There you go. Lubbock gets it to the other side of the field.
Matadors did have a substitution in the game. Number 77 is now checked into the ball game for the Matadors. Of course, substitutions are presented by Grease Monkey. There's no substitute for you or your vehicle. Go see your friends at Grease Monkey. We have a number 77 on the roster, John.
We sure do. Great touch there, getting into the box. Switching the field to play again. JT on the ball again.
Yeah, he seems to be a center point on the offense for the Lubbock Matadors.
There's Lode Clausen coming in.
Lud Clausen checking in. Lud is a midfielder. He's a senior, 6'1". He has 1 goal this season from Coastal Carolina, home country of the Netherlands. A couple of Coastal Carolina players on the roster this season for the Lubbock Matadors. Of course, another one is Evan Howard. Howard has scored a goal this season. I believe there was a third one as well. I'm looking to scan through my roster real quick to see if there's another Coastal Carolina. Nope, just 2.
We had Lud starting in the last match, coming off the bench. That's a great substitution to have as we have a hydration break here.
Hydration breaks are presented to you by United Express. Don't forget to fill up your tank at United Express. I do want to mention Armstrong Plumbing, Air and Electric, one of Lubbock's oldest family-owned businesses, is proud to be a sponsor of the Lubbock Matadors. Since 1934, Armstrong has been committed to providing excellent service for their residential, commercial, and industrial clients. Something wrong? Better call Armstrong. Visit them at bettercallarmstrong.com to learn more about the services that they provide, as well as their licensing and registration information. Of course, season tickets are on sale right now for the Lubbock Matadors. With Matador season tickets, fans get all access to all regular season home games, discounted merchandise, and free, in all caps, free kids camps. For more information to purchase your 2025 Matador season tickets, please head on over to our website, www.lubbockmatadors.com/season-seats-2025. John, we're down to our last 2 ad reads, my friend. We're getting it, man.
Right.
I'm proud of us. I am the cooler brother Ryan has with a thumbs up, says Jay. So that's why Jay got the free haircut.
There you go. Talked about the last few remaining for those ad reads. The last few minutes here, Fort Worth, they have to build something. They've had no form of attack. They've barely kept a shape on defense here. Let's see a little bit more of a build-up, more cohesion there with the passing for Fort Worth.
If you're the Matadors, you want to see another goal, right? Just you got to continue to add to that goal differential because that's key in this league if you're trying to separate yourself.
Dustin was talking about getting 4-0.
Yep.
Might prove true if Lubbock can kind of bang one in here.
I had 3-1 on my goal thing, and you didn't even leave a guess. You said you were going to give it on the call tonight. You didn't even guess.
And I totally forgot.
It's all right.
We had so much to get to. It's my first game back.
We had 45 minutes of pregame, and we completely forgot that, man. That was crazy. I love that,
We had
by the
everything
way.
else lined up, though. So
We
that's
did.
Good.
We did.
But another goal here would put it away for Lubbock. As you see, just
it'd be the dagger,
high
that's
pressure,
for sure.
High pressure, just bodies flying at Fort Worth in waves. Great control there, too.
Yeah, Matadors win back possession. Great use of the head. He's using his head out there, right?
That's using a noodle, yeah.
Using the noodle. That was Luke Mulkey, by the way, that won the possession back. But here
I saw in the comments on Facebook, it says, you want to win, put Mulkey in.
I like that line.
It's very catchy.
That's something that Pete Christie would do at Channel 11, I'll tell you that.
Oh, missed touch there. Looks like a little bit of fatigue setting in.
Subbing into tonight's game is number 7, Fabian Wagner. Number 9.
Okay, so we had we're hearing in our ears right now from the PA announcer. Fabian Wagner, aka Fabi, has checked into the ball game. Fabi is a forward. He's a junior from St. Francis University, standing at 6'2". Fabi's got 2 goals this season, and he is from Germany. Fabi was wearing the Dirk Nowitzki jersey tonight. As that ball goes just to the right, that shot by Momo Diop. Coach gave him the pre-game outfit of the game.
Oh, the fit check was there. I'm not a Mavericks fan.
Yeah, go Spurs,
go.
go. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the fit was fantastic.
It's fitting, especially if you're German.
Oh, you have to.
You have to rock the German jersey.
Proper representation right there.
There was other guys, some of them wearing cowboy boots. There was a guy wearing jorts out here.
Hey,
Yes.
win in West Texas.
Dude, I haven't worn jorts since the early 2000s, but they're making a comeback, right?
Oh, yeah. I don't think they ever left.
No? It's kind of like mullets. They made a comeback.
They found their way all the way back. They should have stayed gone.
They should have stayed gone. There was
Jaramillo on the ball there. Again, he's got fancy footwork there. Try to feed him if you can, if you're Fort Worth. Oh, great pressure there by Lubbock. Great through ball.
Luke Clausen getting it to Jack Thomas. Thomas trying to dance his way through the traffic. Stolen by Fort Worth. I kind of like Jack as the man of the match right now, John.
I mean, I'm feeling it. He's been everywhere, and he's made his impact off the ball, which is more important. Is what Coach was talking about too pregame.
Yeah. Well, and it's I don't know. It's easy to give it to the guy that scores the goals and is doing all the things on offense. I want to make sure I give credit to the other guys around the field. Who else has shined tonight, John, in your opinion?
Ooh.
That was some more physical play.
Yeah, absolutely. Dubon actually stood out to me the most, too. We talked about him directing traffic and keeping that defensive shape. You take your captain off and you put another one on. But Dubon showed to me like he was keeping the composure of the team, obviously being the elder statesman, so to speak.
Only 25.
Only 25.
Not 33.
But keeping that team intact, basically. You want to keep that defensive shape, and he did a fantastic job directing traffic out there. But if you want to go clean sheet, just give it to the back line right now. I mean, it's 2-0 currently at the 81st. But fantastic work on the defensive end from Lubbock.
See if they can be another brick wall right here. Looking for a cross. That
Great
ball
tackle.
got poked out.
Fantastic tackle.
Hey, Jimmy says mullets rock. Does Jimmy have a mullet, John?
He does not.
Got a signature stag corner kick. Signature stag, your one-stop man shop. Tonight, this is their third corner kick for the Vaqueros. Who has the honor of the boot here, John, or what are you looking at?
I'm trying to find. That's fine.
He's looking at my notes. That ball was booted just a little bit hard, but recovered by the team in yellow. Got to save it if you're the Matadors. They were able to right there. Trying to push the ball forward. It's a one-on-one here, John, on that far side. Got a little too excited. Great
dump
defense.
off in the middle. You got a good switch there.
Hey, yo, Luke Clausen here to Jack Thomas, the hot hand tonight.
Great overlapping run right there.
Looking to bend it.
Taking a little bit too much time on that shot, though. He could have tried to cheat it near post there. Right idea, though.
Thomas upset after that kick. Looked like he had something on his other hand that he ripped off.
He wants it. You can tell he wants another one.
Well, that's what you want out of your guys out there on the field. You know, earlier in the pregame show, I wanted to say something, and I completely went blank and forgot to say it. What makes people successful in their field is always wanting more, right?
Yeah.
Always wanting more. And the Matadors are always wanting more and trying to push the needle forward, but they're also focused on what they're doing at the time. The Matadors are wanting more right here, and Jack Thomas is showing why he's a successful player out there on the field, because he's always wanting more.
Well, I mean, Coach Ormison told us the intensity that they bring into practice, they compete with each other because they're trying to make not only the 18 on the roster, but they're trying to start. They're trying to get out here and show what it takes to be a Lubbock Matador, and competing with each other, it just raises the level with one another. I'm for friendly competition myself.
You like friendly competition?
Oh, absolutely.
I like that they're competing. Yeah, I agree, right? We've said the saying at least 10 times tonight, iron sharpens iron, and that's how you get better, is those training session friendly battles. As long as they remain friendly, though. That's the important thing, right?
Yeah. I mean, they are still competitors, first and foremost.
Luke Clausen there with possession.
Keeping everything, no pressure from Fort Worth.
Yeah, I'm curious because he was in the box right there, two defenders in front of him. You would think they would at least try to stick their leg out or something.
Great move there.
Push down.
No call.
The ball rolls out, no call, and it'll be a goal kick. Playing with a little bit of fire right there, John.
Cabrera there on the touch, just excellent footwork, working his way inside the box, almost uncontested to a point. Just kind of ran out of steam. Doesn't get the call there going down in the box, but you want to see that more from Fort Worth. The kind of remaining minutes we have, maybe 6+.
Yep. Of course, you'll have a little bit of stoppage time. We did have a United Express hydration break, and we're about to have a couple more Grease Monkey substitutions coming in for the Fort Worth Vaqueros. 2 more coming in, John. We'll be ready for that whenever they check in. Clausen with possession here. right at the midfield.
Again, we talked about the experience of Lubbock's players. They've won, certain players have won championships in their conference, all conference honors for many of them too. They just are showing complete poise here tonight.
You could tell that Stefan Bilinak's back in the game. He is one of the midfielders for the Lubbock Matadors, and I immediately see him the second he steps out up there on the field, man. He is the guy chasing down the ball right there.
Attacking opportunity, Jaramillo. Oh, almost with the dribble.
And it's Bilinak there coming with the double team. Second he made his appearance there, the turnover happened.
Great ball kicked out to the outside. Don't know what was called there.
I'm hearing the Matador fans in my ears, but I'm trying to see what happened out there on the field, John. Was he offsides?
I believe so.
Okay. 2 substitutions coming in for the Vaqueros. Got number 16 and number 8 checking into the ball game. John, who's number 8 and number 16?
Connor Rogers, number 8. Number 16, not on the list here.
Okay. So Connor Rogers checking in. He's a midfielder from Concordia University. Rogers got 1 yellow card on the season. Of course, we got 2 yellow cards tonight, both coming in this first half. Those are presented by Live Oak Animal Hospital, and those yellow cards were both handed to the team in yellow. They had 12 players coming in tonight that had received yellow cards on the season.
They gathered more tonight. Again, just frustration fouls, understanding that, hey, I got beat on this play. Great turn in the midfield, mostly from Jack. A lot of players fouling Jack.
Yeah. Well, I can see why you get frustrated, right? When they're.
Great move there.
I'm just gonna say how it is, John. When you get beat, right?
Yeah,
it's easy to get frustrated.
Retaliation fouls. Not that it cost Fort Worth the match. Let's not make that narrative a thing. But Lubbock just has outplayed them from first whistle and approaching the 87th minute here. They've been all control, all pace. Fort Worth's just kind of struggling for answers here.
So how did the Matadors get their goals tonight? Let's get into it. 5:30 mark of this ball game. It was Momo Diop on a free kick, just right outside the box, in between the hash marks on that football field. Went off the crossbar, or on the left bar, and scored. Of course, in the 52nd minute, Jack Thomas was the other scorer. He went from left to right foot, toe tapped it in. We're here, the official crowd here. Wow.
5,145.
There you go. That's awesome. That's a great turnout tonight. 5,145. You were competing against the national championship softball game for Texas Tech, and to still receive a crowd of north of 500 is truly something special.
I mean, great night, not a hot summer night.
No, this
fantastic
has been beautiful.
Football on display.
Peak weather of 81 degrees today. Like, that's how hot it got.
You could not have asked for a better night tonight.
To quote Moses Uviri in the comments, let's go. That's how I describe the weather. Let's go to the game. That ball barely stays in play.
Yeah, Fort Worth getting out to the edge again, stretching the field, which is one of their strong suits. Not able to capitalize as Lubbock counters here.
Yeah, here comes Lubbock in the transition. 3-on-2.
Clausen again. No, excuse me.
Clausen 77.
Yep.
Diop there on the ground. Fort Worth trying to push it back to this side.
Swarming defense again from Lubbock, trying to get over the top. Fort Worth is.
Schleffly, oh, great boot there to a wide open player. This is my new thing. Have you heard about this, John?
Yes, I have.
The Matador Minute's now here.
Great idea from Momo, trying to get a through ball in. Again to JT, found the play there.
So in this Matador Minute, they get as loud as they can, and they cheer on their team in this last minute. And John, in the last home match, we saw a new sense of urgency, a new sense of life during this Matador Minute.
I can see why. I mean, it's loud. Not a lot of people leaving the stadium right now. Again, they're trying to get ready for that autograph alley there. But
yeah, that's where the autograph alley is where those kids are over there swinging their shirts around.
Packing up on that fence there.
Yeah, they know exactly where to go. All the players will be there after the match, and that's a tradition that they have here at the Matadors games, and it's a really good moment for our youth to get to meet the players and interact with them. Thomas winning back possession there.
Another
And
through ball again.
they continue to push it forward with him. And man, he's lightning quick.
That's great pace.
That young man has played 90 minutes today, and he's out there running like it's still minute 2. It'll be a throw-in for the Lubbock Matadors. The training and the consistency of always having to be in shape, man, and taking care of your body is showing here in this 90th minute.
I mean, they compose themselves like professionals, and you see the results there. Again, we talked about composure. We talked about keeping things together. Outside of not scoring that many goals, there's not a lot that Lubbock did wrong today.
And I feel like that's the trend for the last game as well, right? All right, so we'll have three more stoppage minutes, as we'll have another signature stag corner kick. Signature stag, your one-stop man shop. This is your 9th corner kick of the game for the Lubbock Matadors. Here's Jack Thomas. Solid boot again, trying to go to that back corner. Off the head of the Matador.
6-yard box there. His targeting has actually been pretty consistent. It's just not anyone there to make something out of it.
And the Matador that used their noodle there was grabbing their noodle afterwards. That might have rocked him a little bit.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
it have rocked me, man.
Even a clean header still kind of hurts.
Is that the #1 injury in soccer? Is like a concussion, you think, or?
Probably a leg injury.
A leg? I would think leg injury. Yeah. That might be a fact that we look up for the next broadcast, John. There we go. It's going to be another victory here in the LBK, though. Matadors about to improve to 5-0 in Lone Star Conference play. 15 points, John. That's going to be big time for this team.
For the #8 ranked team in the nation, I'd say that's pretty good.
That's absolutely huge. Matadors looking to add some goal separation, and hey, yo! Let's go! Goal! In the extra minutes, the Matadors extend their lead. It's 3-0. Oh, that's huge. It was one of our substitutes that just checked into the ball game. That gets the goal for the Lubbock Matadors. It's #7.
Wonder strike here, falling away, upper 90 in the top left corner. Frustration there from Burkle. But look at that. Fantastic strike. All the space created just from the simple pass.
Who do we have for #7 on our roster for the Lubbock Matadors? It was one of our substitutes. Of course, every goal this season is sponsored this season by Armstrong Plumbing, Air, and Electric. They've had 3 of those goals today. Congrats to them. And that's going to be it. The Matadors. Hey, what's up? Hello. It's a good day to be great, and they win 3-0. John, who was that goal by? We have a #7. It's Fabi Wagner. Fabi Wagner gets the goal. That's Wagner's 3rd goal of the season, and it comes in the extra minutes here today. Well, they're saying it's 2-0 here, John. Yeah, I don't know. The PA announcer just said the final was 2-0. In my book, it's 3-0.
That scoreboard probably was not updated.
Yeah.
We didn't see anything to pull back that goal, but
no, and the team celebrated like it was a goal, and so I'm going to keep it in my book as a goal. 3-0 will be the final score in my book.
I'll keep him written down for that goal.
John's thoughts on this game as we're about to put a bow on it, and we'll do a end of the show post-game report.
I mean, you want to see more if you're Fort Worth. Fantastic effort on their part, just overwhelming by Lubbock in every facet of the field, or every facet of the pitch. Talking back third, middle third, front third. Lubbock just absolutely dominated this match.
All they do is win. That's the song playing, and the Matadors have found that this season. They are 5-0. They are undefeated in Lone Star Conference play. They got 15 points, and they're still sitting at the top. But if you're head coach David Ormiston, that means nothing. They want more, and the big picture is getting more wins down the road, and that next one is El Dustico on Saturday, and you best believe I'm going to be asking him that in the post-game report, John.
We got questions lined up for him.
Absolutely.
I'm anxious to see what he's actually going to give us, though.
Right. When we return on My Lubbock TV and on the Matadors YouTube channel, we're going to hear from that man, David Ormiston, the victorious head coach, and our general manager, Dustin McCorkle. We'll be back with more Lubbock Matadors soccer and a recap of this victory here tonight. 3-0 the final score here at Lowry Field at Plains Capital Park. We'll be back with more right after this.
The hunger to win is fueled by a chance to compete and the thrill of the action. The cheers from the crowd energize our team and push them on to victory. Whether it's the pre-game excitement of tailgating or the post-game euphoria of winning celebrations, United Supermarkets always brings an A-game to your party. From kickoff to tip-off and the final buzzer to the last out, United Supermarkets is proud to feed the competitive spirit.
The Lubbock Matadors are all about partnering with local businesses and investing in the community.
Being a local business, it was really important to us, not only to support Dustin and his family, but the Matador Soccer Club.
When you hear the word cancer for the first time, suddenly every moment matters.
How do I tell my family?
Where do I go for the best treatment?
At Covenant Health, you're never alone.
Covenant's cancer team is made up of the finest oncology specialists in the region, armed with state-of-the-art technology so you can stay close to home for the most advanced treatment available.
Cancer care at Covenant Health, because when you hear the word cancer, every moment matters.
It is a victorious post-game report for the Lubbock Matadors. They win tonight 3-0 over the Fort Worth Vaqueros, and we're not going to waste any time. We got head coach David Ormiston joining us now here on the post-game report. Coach, 2 wins tonight. 1, I said your name correct all night. It was a major victory. 2, though, your team did really good tonight out on the pitch. 3-0 the final score. Talk about your guys.
Yeah, I mean, obviously great to get another clean sheet. 3 points again at home. Nice to put 3 up. I think we could have been a bit more clinical again. Obviously, I'm a coach, so I always look to criticise, a little critique. But yeah, second half was definitely a lot better as well, and the boys looked dangerous.
Coach, you basically talked about getting out there and executing your game plan and starting off aggressive to get that first goal in the 6th minute. Talk us through what you felt for that and the execution basically throughout the rest of the match.
Yeah, I think in moments we looked like we were executing the game plan and what we were looking for. But in the first half there was a lot of lulls in my opinion and the coaching staff's opinion. But in the second half it got a lot better. The reactions are better when we lost the ball. We were pressing a lot more effectively and we were looking good driving with the ball going forward.
Jack Thomas, coach, seemed to be all over the field tonight, but in a good kind of way. Talk about his night, because He seemed to, you feel his impact when he's out there.
Yeah, he was brilliant. I mean, he's such a good player, so technical. He's so hard to pick up, gets in the pockets of space, he turns, he goes, great finisher. He's also just a great guy off the field as well, which is such an important part of being a top player. And yeah, he had a great game tonight.
Yeah, character's so important. And then the exclamation point by our guy Fabi. Man, what a dagger.
I know, not a bad way to finish things off. We were on the sideline coaching stuff, like, can we get one more? And then 30 seconds later, he's gone and done that, so not a bad way.
I think I yelled goal for 15 seconds straight, Coach.
It was a solid one.
I think I did. John, what do you got?
Basically, you had your subs coming in and kind of finishing the job there with Bobby scoring that goal there. What was the mindset shifting to once you started to get into the bench? What were you looking for with that?
I mean, we have such a deep roster this year. I was telling you guys pre-game, any of these guys could be starting, even guys not rostered. So we were just telling the guys go in there and keep that level high. I know these guys are hungry. They want to be starting, not just on the bench. So, you know, they went in there. Jack Pascoe, he was on for 15, 20 minutes. I thought he was brilliant. Stefan Bilanak again was brilliant. Just a great performance from those boys off the bench.
Well, Coach, I know you're a one game at a time guy. You know where I'm going with this, Coach. Saturday's already on the horizon. Are you ready?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, obviously now this game's done and full attention turns to West Texas, so preparation starts now.
The team from Midland was in the comment section tonight, Coach. Just wanted to let you know.
Okay. Well, hi,
they're
guys.
locked in, as ready as well. Final thoughts on tonight, Coach, before we let you go and go celebrate with the team?
Obviously, great to get another 3 points. Great to get another clean sheet, and we're on Saturday.
5,145 fans were here tonight celebrating with you guys. Go celebrate with them, Coach.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you.
All right, 3-0 the final score. David Ormiston, the head coach of the Lubbock Matadors. He's a perfect 5-0 as the head coach.
Oh, I mean, that's a great. You talk about a fantastic start on the road, winning 2 at home, your first one, your opener, and then this one, just to kind of follow up. And we talked about just keeping the momentum going with this team. I'm not a firm believer in that, but the more I see it actually taking shape, I know. The more I actually see it taking shape, the more I'm starting to believe in momentum.
Uncle Momo is a real thing, John. Uncle Momentum.
I'm seeing it now.
He's believing in it. And, you know, in this time of the year, it's all about grinding your teeth and getting to know who you are. And to be 5-0 during that time period, that's big time. Joining us now is a big-time general manager of the Lubbock Matadors, Dustin McCorkle. Dustin, another night and another victory for your team, man. 3-0 the final.
Man, it's getting better and better in the finals. I mean, the domination that took place on the field tonight, another game of holding the ball and not really having too many pressures ourselves. Man, when it clicks, this could be 7-8-0 victories moving forward.
Absolutely. And the signature stag man of the match, me and John have a couple of names that we want to throw out there, but we want to hear from you. What do you think for tonight?
Oh, man, there was a lot of contributors. Jack Thomas was obviously
That's exactly what I was
one
saying.
of my favorites to watch. He's already won our signature stag man of the match. There's a couple other people that played. I thought Mesfin did a great job controlling the midfield and putting some pressure on tonight. So we'll see what Coach has. It's going to be a tough decision.
Yeah, Mesfin getting the start tonight in the starting 11, which is big time. John, what do you got?
Great substitutions, great changes there. But Dustin, I want to talk to you about the attendance. I know we were competing with some other sports tonight, but talk about the atmosphere and how electric it was tonight.
Yeah, I think Lubbock is a special place, and obviously Wednesday nights are sacred around here for people for different reasons. And having over 5,000 people here on a Wednesday night while Texas Tech are, you know, again, something amazing happening for a national championship run for them. It's special for me. I mean, we didn't know fully what to expect tonight, but crowd was engaged and Lubbock showed up, so we appreciate the support.
Yeah, they did. They were loud. They were proud all night. I don't know. I love that Matador minute, Dustin. I think that's a really cool thing. And then Fabi getting the exclamation point right at the end. I yelled goal for 15 straight seconds.
I will tell you, not to toot my horn, but literally 10 seconds before that, I was like, let's get one more. And then Fabi, I don't know if y'all could see me up in the booth. That was a hard night for me with the officials. I felt like we didn't get our players protected in the way that they should have, and so I wanted to just go make a statement by getting one more.
I mean, even with that, too, the physicality from Fort Worth, it was on both sides for sure. But again, you obviously are fighting a good fight out there with that. But Fort Worth coming into Lubbock, I mean, they had a good time with Arkansas, but coming in and basically not being able to play any part of their game plan, do you attribute that to Lubbock having a strong backing? I want to go with the crowd here, just making this a tough place to play.
Yeah, anytime you come here, it's going to be tough. And again, we are most people's championship game because they're excited to play in front of this crowd, and we have to use that to our advantage and not be intimidated by it. And I think Friday night was a great example that these guys are locked in and ready to play in front of this crowd and give them a show. And anytime we needed it, you heard it get louder in here to give us some momentum. And it's fun to watch these guys get celebrated for their hard work on the field. But yeah, I think, listen, I truly believe that we have a talented roster. We are committed to a style of play that is going to hurt people, and we've got better people, and so we're going to continue to keep it rolling, and we just got to go execute.
Coaches, Mears Mazda, keys to the game was chance creation and ball in the net. I think he could check those off.
I think Fabian probably put a hole in the net on that final shot. I mean,
it was a wonder strike.
I just saw the replay on that thing from a different angle, and holy cow.
Yeah, dude, it was a lightning shot. All right, Dustin, I'm just going to get straight to it. Saturday's a big one.
It is, yeah. We're going to need all of Lubbock's support, so this is not a home match for us. But if you're watching the broadcast and you want to go support the club, a bunch of us are going to be driving down to Midland to go cheer on our boys. Coach won't say it, but I will. This is a return for him into a hostile environment, and I want the 806 to show up to go get his back and support him in a game that's going to always be tough because of the rivalry that we have there.
Yeah, and there's a trophy on the line, so it always means a little bit more. And of course, Coach added on top of that. There are so many storylines going into it that's going to make it even more special.
Yeah, the trophy is a big thing, and it's a big deal. And for us, we want it back here in Lubbock, and we're not going to win it. We got to remember that we're not going to win it on Saturday, but we're going to play it like a championship game for us and go win that thing back here. So great news for Lubbock. It's going to be the first time ever that that trophy could be won here in Lubbock, Texas on July 5th. So you can go get a taste of it in Midland and go support our boys this Saturday.
And of course, season tickets still available on our website, LubbockMatadors.com. That's our general manager, Dustin McCorkle. Dustin, thanks for coming on, man. Big win tonight.
Thank you, guys. If we make the playoffs, those season tickets are good for that, too.
That's right. That's right. That's right. So make sure you get them on our website, LubbockMatadors.com. John, big win tonight, and we're grateful that everybody tuned in tonight on My Lubbock TV and on YouTube.
Thanks for joining us, everybody. I know we were checking the follower count. We'll have that final number whenever. But, yeah, fantastic game from Lubbock. Great effort on Fort Worth's part, too. You had two very different and almost kind of similar styles clashing. But, again, brick wall that Lubbock was, especially that back four.
Yeah.
Clean sheet for them, too. Fantastic result.
Are you hungry for real scratch-made goodness? At Bubba's 33, they take pride in crafting every dish fresh every day. Make sure to go see our friends as they support the Lubbock Matadors Soccer Club. Come experience hometown hospitality and unbeatable flavor at Bubba's 33 that they can serve up. They can't wait to serve you, as well as Mears Mazda Volvo, Lubbock's locally owned luxury dealership. We want to thank you so much for tuning in tonight on My Lubbock TV and on YouTube. We'll be back here for the next home match. John and I cannot wait for that.
I can't wait for this weekend.
Yeah, this weekend, of course, is the El Dustico, and that's a big one that everybody has circled on their calendars.
First leg.
Really,
let's go.
Since day one. We will be back on the air, though, June 14th as the Matadors host Brownsville, FC Brownsville, here at Lowry Field at Plains Capital Park. Have a great Wednesday night, everybody. It's a good day to be great. It's a great day to be a Matador as they went 3-0 here at home. They are 5-0 on the season.